You did.
So
yes,
we started off with a now, and Juniper decided to set off Linus's. I forget what your aspect, I guess, that was inside the troll heart, so that the shatter spell that was set to go off would go off in there, which started a battle between us and the hags, since we did not want them to have the troll heart, because somebody last game or the game before sussed out that it could be used for some super duper evil stuff. And we had the Professor Orb in hand, so we're like, okay, great. And then there was a ton of confusion because we didn't know if we were running or fighting. Half of us decided to run, half of us decided to fight, and then the other half decided to fight. But the fighting half decided to run when they saw the running half run. It was a whole thing. Darvin missed every single swing and also was turned into a rat. But we did manage to kill all of the hags, which Juniper was elated about because she's finally free. We talked to the Professor Orb, whose name is, help me.
Professor Scant. Yeah, Google. Yeah,
Professor Scant.
Yeah, his nickname Google.
Professor Scant, who I think told us where we needed to go.
Yeah, he had the he gave you the obvious information. Yes, that you need to go and get it from Grimskala, which is the place in the middle of the map.
Yes. So we went to Grimskala. I don't think anything happened between there and not there. Darvin was pitied by everyone.
No. Triss was just observing Darvin and saying what he was doing to help the party. That's all she was doing.
Yes,
there was no pity at all.
That came out of pity, but okay. So we get to a big old giant door. We knock on it, and we hear a giant voice on the other side, speaking giant, which Darvin is the only person that can speak some giant. So it asked if we were there with the intent of being with the Rime of the oral, and Darvin, being truthful, said no, which kicked off a fight between us and a frost giant.
Mm-hmm. A really old
Darvin
one.
did better. Yeah, Darvin did better in this fight. I don't think he killed him, though. I think someone else killed him.
He did really well, though, with a big axe hit, yeah.
Yeah, he said finally as he died, and we don't know what that was about. And then Triss started complimenting Darvin a lot, which made him very uncomfortable. Ashe had no idea why everybody was being nice to Darvin. Arion was like jealous, which was really
yeah, I forgot about that. That was great.
We found a ton of treasure.
A hell of a lot of treasure. Yeah. A lot of treasure in that room.
It should square up the group's bill when they get back to the ship.
If you so wish to, yes.
Yes. We found an alchemical jar. Right? Our jar of alchemy, or what's
Yeah, it was jar of alchemy. That's correct. Yeah. So
yes,
you got mayonnaise on tap. That's now true. Yes.
Yes. We found a room full of ice imps that seemed to recognize Juniper for some reason, and mentioned that there was not that she was their master, but was like their master. Oh, the Professor Orb Scant told us that Oral does not run the island that we're on. It's actually some sort of like archdruid.
Yes,
something.
Correct.
That was a revelation.
Some sort of someone that runs the place that you haven't met yet. Yes.
Juniper's mom.
So the fact that that Juniper reminds these ice imps of them is like concerning. We were told to go downstairs because the MacGuffin that we're looking for is down there.
The Codicil of White. Yes.
Yes. We were also told to watch out for the walrus. But the walrus was very pleasant. We get down there was a walrus the size of an elephant ice skating on ice. We gave it some treats, and it said, hey, if you want to go over there, that's where the tomb is, but I'm not allowed over there. If you want to go inside the vault, you need the staff of the druid, which we didn't have, and so we didn't have that. We had to prove ourselves worthy of going inside there, which meant that we have to go through these trials, and there were 4 doors, and there was like isolation, a cruelty,
endurance, and something
with evasion. The stuff was broken up. We're like, hey, let's go into the one where we don't know what it says.
Yes.
So we go in there, and we are transported to some sort of like chaotic scene where it looks like this tribe had been decimated. We also have glowing snowflakes over our heads, and we found one survivor. We managed to settle him down enough that he was hoping that Oral had sent us to him, and I think somebody said that his people had to die. And then there were just many footfalls being heard from the distance, and I guess there are a ton of these like competing tribesmen or something coming up to us, and I think that's where we ended.
That's kind of close. Well done. You were in the right ballpark there. But thank you, Conrad. You can take your inspiration for that.
Nice. I don't know if I forgot anything, gang.
No. That's pretty much the main parts of it. Yeah, I'll fill you in on the last little bit again when I do the recap. But very well done. Very well done on that one. Does anyone want to go for the D10 for the question that was put out before?
I've got a good one.
Go for it.
Chris.
Go for it. Yes.
So, what would you have been if not an adventurer or something like that?
If your character wasn't an adventurer, what livelihood would they have led?
So, Triss has come from a family of wizards, and all she's ever wanted to do is be a teacher of a wizarding sort. But obviously, her powers have not manifested like she'd wanted to. So she took up trying to force them
enhance
out.
Things.
So she took to tinkering with like a local artificer. She's only adventuring in inverted commas because she wants to try and find a way to produce her powers. She feels like she's a burden on her family. Not that they've ever said as much. They've always been very, nice about it. I guess they've always encouraged her to like just be herself, which Triss just feels a bit of a letdown. And so that's the only reason she's on this adventure is to just become like a mother and father, a teacher. In very much like Linus is now.
Linus
so this is making her feel.
Already has that dream. Yeah, he's
if we survive, I'll write you a letter of recommendation. Don't worry about it.
There you go.
As a teacher in Waterdeep University, I don't think I need anything of Linus.
Wow.
A letter of recommendation to your family.
Triss was great.
She's not that bad.
Fair enough.
So that's
would your family and Linus know each other? Maybe is that
possibly?
We probably met at a function or something. We went to like
in academic circles somewhere in the past on that front. Brilliant. Thank you, Jamie. Triss, you take your D10 for that. And then we can begin then. So yes, we ended the last session then with you guys within the trial of you're not sure of the name of, which obviously was a very good choice. So you're there. You had lots and lots of different torches starting to appear around the outside of the camp, and you had one figure sort of stepping forward towards you guys whilst you were sort of dealing with this kid in the middle of the one survivor of the camp. But I will take you over to the map, and we will get on moving. One second. But yes, you guys are here, and with this kid sort of lined up with you guys, the torches of the camp being surrounded. this one figure moving towards you as this is going on. You still have the vultures are sort of flying around every so often, moving around the dead bodies. You've managed to you shoot some off, but overall, yes, this is the general sort of general sign of what is going on. But yes, this guy is the guy that sort of starts to move towards you all. But yeah, he sort of moves up towards the campfire a little closer and says,
"Oh dear,
the boy, you will hand him over."
Arion will immediately adopt a defensive pose,
Yeah.
shield out, sword out. You get one warning. Back off.
Darvin will move himself to be near the kid.
Fair enough. No
Highly
worries.
surrounded.
yeah, there's so many.
What does the Frostmaiden
think I
want
was
with
near the kid to
what
start
does
with
the
anyway.
Frostmaiden want with this one then? Surely one little boy doesn't matter.
I mean, everyone matters.
All life matters.
He should have thought of that before his tribe did what it did.
What did they do?
They killed too many of my people, and I will make sure there are none of them left.
Well, you don't kill innocent children.
He's no more
I'm sure there was
innocent than-
reasons or...
He's no more innocent than any of these, as he points to the bodies around. I will go through you if I must, but
Could
I
certainly
would find
try.
it easier if you left.
Yeah, good luck with that, pal.
Very well. I will give you a little
Wait.
time to think on this. I will be close by. And yeah, you think he feels supremely confident you ain't going nowhere. Is probably is willing to wait you out. So yeah, he sort of backs off as this is going on. Starts talking with a couple of the guards next to him, talking some bits, muttering for a moment. Is there anything you guys get up to as this is going on? Is there any sort of a plan of action that comes to mind as all of this is happening?
Linus turns to the child and goes, I'm sorry. What have we walked into exactly? Your tribe has been attacking their tribe, or is that a misunderstanding? What's been happening?
There's always been sort of bad blood between our clans. It's old stuff. He's not talking about something last week. It's like before I was born. They fought. I don't. We didn't deserve this. As he's sort of looking around at everything that's going on around him, and he sort of clutches his little like teddy bear a little closer at this point. He must be about 9 or 10. You think as this is all going on.
Well, I mean, there's bad blood, and then there's whatever this is. This seems like an escalation.
Yeah, yeah. he just yeah. You can see he's barely holding it together with all of this, but yeah.
Do you know what caused this initial issue between the two of you? Is it a differing opinion on religion, cultural ideas? What is it? What caused this?
Yeah, he says they don't I just suppose they don't follow the Frostmaiden so much. Maybe that's something. I don't know.
Who do they follow? Do you know?
They're mainly of the land. I think they're called the Bear Clan.
Hey, wait, hang on. So you guys follow the Frostmaiden?
Bit, yes. Since I was born, more. Yes, because I was born on a winter's solstice.
Yeah.
But yeah. But I knew the symbol as he points above your heads. I knew that meant she must have sent you.
Just quick sidebar. Guys, come here a sec. Just want to do a little group huddle.
That's fair enough. You can definitely do the group huddle.
Oh, squee! I'm still a penguin. I'll cuddle in.
Fair enough.
Guys, isn't that like the Frostmaiden like super evil?
Regardless, we don't let children get massacred.
I'm not saying to let the child get murdered, obviously. I'm just saying, like, maybe there's, this probably isn't a good thing to be walking into.
Well, we can't exactly walk away, can we?
Is there a possibility by completing this trial, whatever the trial exactly may be, we may be fueling and aiding the Frostmaiden by accident?
Absolutely.
Great.
And I'm highly confident that this is all an illusion.
Arion pinches you.
Well, I'm not an illusion.
Hurts.
We all came in here together. I mean, like, the other things are illusions. Good illusions, but it's a trial. I mean...
Triss, you can make a perception check. Let's see if...
I will!
Yeah.
I will do that. That's what I'll do.
I'm not very good at it, but I sure will.
Yeah, fair enough.
Hi. Ooh.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, nothing's giving it away in this. That this is an illusion.
A
right now,
good illusion. It's very good illusion.
Yeah.
Listen, all I'm saying. This is not Joe speaking. Hang on.
Oh,
I just imagine Ashe laughing.
Triss is about to say something horrendous.
So,
Ashe is about to kill the child.
yes, basically. For one, we don't know this child, and there's only one of him and like 60 of them. We can either massacre 60 people, or we can just let this one die. And also, it's 60 against 5. This child ain't gonna help us. Like, let's be honest. Ashe is a survivalist. She knows this sort of shit.
That's fair enough.
No one deserves to die on the matter of their birth.
But also, we're gonna die if we try and fight this.
You keep saying that, and yet we continue surviving.
Somehow, but the odds are slightly stacked against us this time with 60 things. From what we even saw, there's probably even more.
But like, would even their bows and like their weapons even hurt us? Would they just go past us? If you don't believe in the illusion, it is not real.
I can punch you and see if it hurts if you want, Triss.
What is wrong with you guys? We are real. We've just walked into this place.
And if we're real,
the others isn't.
We only have one side of the story. If we go over and maybe ask for their opinion, we can make a better judgment on how to go forward.
That's
Arion said, though, isn't it? Like, we can't let a child die, even if their camp is inherently evil, right?
I agree, but we can at least try and make an understanding with the others if we understand where they're coming from with their decisions.
Do we just call the guy over and then kill him?
Juniper, what do you
Become
think?
the leader?
You are the Frostmaiden.
Squee!
It's this penguin.
It's a penguin. Stop being a penguin for now. You're trying to escape. Come on. We need to deal with this.
Oh, okay, I'll turn back into a human, I guess.
Although you are incredibly adorable.
So yes, Juniper turns back into a human form, and yes, you are brought into the conversations you've already been listening to. But yes, anyone, any thoughts of what you guys are going to attempt here, or what's the plans or the
I would really
plans?
like to go and talk to the others. That's Linus. Linus doesn't really want to fight them until he gets all the information.
Well, like, perhaps we can call him over, though, instead of going to, an encampment of sorts.
Yes, but he may not be comfortable with just him and all of us.
Didn't he just wander over you?
He did before, yeah.
He did, but
although you would know he wasn't like it's not like he came right up to your faces. He definitely kept at enough distance that he had space to breathe, I guess would be the best way to put it. And obviously people clock watching the area as well around him.
Well, I know that me and Juniper are really good at negotiations.
No.
Yes.
So we could go.
No.
We could get like 100 gold as well. Do you know? Like
we should definitely be the voice of this.
Ashe, with your incredibly high perception, I will give you that you're picking up what they're not, which is that every so often this guy is making some sort of comments, and the vultures that are flying around are taking note. It seems like they clock what he's doing and then carry on.
The vultures work for him. Oh, no.
I don't know what Ashe would do with that information.
It's just her perception. She knows it's happening.
the birds work for the bourgeoisie.
Yes, the birds work for the bourgeoisie. Yeah.
Sort of looking around, are we seeing them slightly advancing every so often, or are they staying put?
They seem to be staying put. Some are more, you would say there's a few here and there that seem to move in a little bit more than others, if that makes sense, or seem to be, some look like they're geeing for a fight more than others. Might be an honest truth. But yeah, they're generally holding their positions. They're waiting on this guy, really, to make up any choices.
Okay.
Good.
Fuck.
So you probably got
Linus
time for
will be
try
looking
one
at
thing,
Ashe.
yes.
To like, well, they're very pointedly looking at Ashe for the decision, because from Linus's perspective, this is their leader, as in like this group that he's just joined's leader.
I feel like all of us think Ashe is our leader, except for Arion, probably.
And Ashe.
And Ashe, yeah.
Shit. Ashe just wants to survive. She knows that the odds are very stacked, especially now seeing that the vultures, for some reason, are they druids? Like, that's scary. That's a scary thought.
You don't know? You're not sure?
Linus, if you want to talk to him, I'll go with you. And all of you stay here and protect the boy.
Okay, well... Okay. Don't sell us out!
Don't sell us out.
Damn it, that was my plan all along.
I don't think that's the trial.
Fair enough. So who's making their way over to this?
Me and Linus, but like we're not making our way over. We're sort of going like where sort of he was.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, giving yourself a little bit of space, no problem. He clocks you're moving and sort of starts moving back a little this way to take in what's going on. So, are we to fight, or are you going to make sense?
We'd like a little bit more information about the situation. We ourselves have only just arrived here and don't quite understand why you've done this to his people and the history of what his people have done to yours. We don't actually know the situation here, and we're hoping we get your opinion as well as his, just to work out where we stand.
Make a persuasion check, Linus. See how you do.
Can it be an advantage with Ashe looking intimidating next to her?
Make an intimidation check, Ashe. Let's see how intimidating you're looking. But 15, pretty good.
Connor just got kicked.
I'm not very intimidating, so
No worries.
Ashe is very
Connor's
intimidating, but
been
I've got
officer.
+0.
No worries. On that one, he says, "It is all blood. They did us a disservice once. Now we repay the favor. It has been a long time coming."
But why now? Even the boy said that the feud happened before he was even born. Why suddenly now? What's caused that?
They were weak. This was the time.
Opportunity. So you don't know why you first started fighting? Is it lost to time, that kind of thing?
I only know that the last time we fought, they killed many of us. Now we repay the favor. They fought us when we were weak. Now we are not.
You do see the pattern of this, and that it will be an eternal feud, a vicious circle, and there does have to be a stopping point.
I do. I really do.
I don't think he cares about that, Linus.
Yeah, no, I'm not getting that either.
No, I definitely see what you're saying. And I do very much think this time there must be none left.
Good job, Linus.
Oh no, that's not what I meant. Okay,
Did she really send you all this way? As he looks at the symbols above your hand.
we'll be honest.
No, don't be honest.
Yeah.
Shouts from afar. Don't be honest. Don't be honest.
No, yeah, as soon as Linus says, "I'll be honest," she's just getting flashback to all you guys being like, "Haha, no, we don't save the Frostmaiden," and just screw it. She's just like really like open-eyed, like, "Oh fuck, not again."
If Ashe isn't very clear that she doesn't want Linus to say anything,
I mean,
fine, we'll keep talking.
I'm in front of you, much taller than you. You can't see my face.
Fair. To be honest, we're confused as to why we're here anyway, and also, and he just sort of like does this twiddly hand thing above his head.
As the snowflake is still there every time you do. Then it is easy. Then you step away, let it happen. And we will make sure he doesn't suffer. I'm not that callous. It would be quick.
Okay. Well, okay. We got your side now, and we'll go back to our group and relay our information, and we'll get back to you. Just wait one second.
I give you 5 minutes to make your choice.
5 minutes. Lovely. Cool.
Then I give the order.
Right. Okay. See you in 5.
Okay. As he steps back to his men and starts talking.
Yep, we're fighting. There's no talking this guy out.
One of the giant vultures comes and lands by him for a moment. He starts speaking to it.
Oh yes, and he's speaking to vultures, by the way. I don't know what that means.
Oh good.
The thing is, though, if we are here to do a trial for someone who works for the Frostmaiden, and we go against helping someone who works, who praises the Frostmaiden, then could we be trapped here?
I'm not sure what the goal of this thing is. What we have to do? Do we have to kill the child? Do we have to protect him?
Darvin never left the kid's side, just for the sake of explanation as to why I wasn't involved in that conversation when my internet went down.
No worries, no worries.
So Darvin's just with the kid and kind of looks up at everybody. Just says, "So, what are we doing?" I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm no friend of the, kid, earmuffs. And I put my ear over his, I put my hand over his ear and I say, I don't really truck with the Frostmaiden. I don't think anyone else here does. But I mean, we are on her island, right? whatever we do here, we're probably gotta do to show that that we're devoted to her, right?
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can work out what that word is quickly. What was the the name of the trial? What was the missing? What was the letters again?
Yeah, you were missing 2 letters. And then it was ESERVATION.
Oh, I can't be doing that in my head. I need to write that down. Where's a pen?
So, observation? Is that a thing that could fit
Well, it's
there?
missing 2 letters, isn't it?
What were the letters again? Sorry? So missing 2.
Yeah, so
and then...
blank ESERVATION is what you've got.
Preservation.
Preservation. Yeah.
Keep ourselves
Preservation of
alive.
life, of his life.
Either preserve his life or preserve our own.
To preserve our own would be Ash's plan of just letting this happen, by the way.
But if we are we preserving his life or preserving the Frostmaiden's faith?
Both.
Kind of seems like they go hand in hand, right?
We.
Choices. Yeah.
All...
You think another two and a bit minutes, and then your time will be up. Yeah.
Linus, can you do that dome thing that you do, and maybe the kid can stay inside of it and be protected with whatever is coming out of this?
I can, but not in that amount of time.
Oh.
Takes me a little bit of time.
Yeah, right. The thing is, we're severely outnumbered, surrounded. We have to keep ourselves alive while also killing them and keeping this boy alive. This is heavily... And they've got archers. So those arrows are going straight for the boy.
Well, I mean, Trish, you said that this was a fake, right? Like, none of this is real. This is some sort of dream?
Yeah, well, I would imagine so.
So what
We
happened?
didn't get teleported to some random place in the world. I mean, I don't think so.
What do you think happened if we go down here?
I think this is what I think. Okay, I think we should try and protect the boy by fighting everyone to pass the trial. That's my personal thoughts on this. And we'll pass the trial and just get warped back to wherever. But then the walrus did say some people don't come back.
Hey kid, punch one of us. See if we're real. Just a tiny little punch. See if we can feel what's happening.
He's so freaked out by everything. You're asking a lot of him right now.
Can I Arcana check to see if there is any? It would be ridiculously high, but to see if there is any
sign of it being an illusion.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Basically.
Yeah, you can make an Arcana. Yeah, no problem.
I can help you if you like. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. If you, were you assisting on that one? Sorry, is that what you were saying,
of course.
Chris?
I mean,
yeah.
We're literally talking about, arcane theories and stuff like that. So I would imagine.
So with a 23, there are ways that could be pulled off. It's not impossible. The only other thing that you do know is teleportation magic does exist. So again, that's not impossible that you're somewhere else in the world. Either or could be true.
I just think, how are we supposed to get back? If it's teleportation magic, have we got a timer?
Hang on. I'm going to pull out the Professor Orb.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, you can pull out the Professor Orb. He floats up.
As this is happening, Ashe is not paying attention anymore. She's observing any movement around the area. If they start advancing, any shouting.
They're getting twitchy. Let's put it that way right now as this is going on. Yeah, you think you've got about a minute till that time is going, but
cool.
Hello again.
Hello. Very quick question. Several. First of all, are we in reality? Is this space real or fabricated specifically for a trial.
I believe we are somewhere on the Ragged Glacier right now.
So real location, real place. Great.
Where were we? That's what we need to ask. Where were we before? Is that the same place?
Grim Scala is 456 nautical miles to the north.
Okay, so Trish starts like hyperventilating. She's like, "Oh my god, this is real." Oh no.
Can you do a probability of our survival if we fight them? And points over at the group over there.
Oh my god.
The group, the fucking surrounding us.
I'm sorry, those sort of probabilities are not my forte. However, there appear to be many individuals. Are they all hostile to you right now?
Professor, what are
Everyone
these things
except
above our
the
heads?
child.
That's what we need to know.
And
do you know what they are?
If an orb can shiver a bit, that's probably what you're getting right now. It's not answering your question, but it's it doesn't like your art.
Never done the odds.
Oh, Professor, what's these things above our heads? What are they?
I believe they are what you call giant vultures.
No, no, the icicle halo things we got going on.
The symbol of the Frostmaiden is well known. Yes, it is definitely there. It seems to be conjured.
What does it
definitely
do?
her
Anything?
symbol. I believe it announces you as
Oh my
a
god!
champion.
Ew. It's like wearing the football shirt for the wrong team. Gosh.
Okay.
Ashe's like, make a decision. Like, she's not looking at you guys. She's ready to do anything.
Fair enough.
Darvin,
He sort of, you see this guy starting to turn to you and look, and it's like, time's up.
We're gonna have to protect him. We have to.
Decision.
This is the only way to pass the trial, surely.
Yeah. Yep. Sure.
Oh my god, we're gonna die.
And he starts to whistle, and I think we will roll some initiative then.
Oh god, I'm too near the front.
Okay.
TPK.
DPK.
Oh,
Never.
yeah.
God, there's so many.
There's a few. There's a few of
Oh
them.
my god.
Where am I on there?
Oh, action economy, we're screwed.
Yeah, action economy is not your
I
friend.
rolled a
in this one.
19 though.
I'm
Roll some
reloading the
dice.
page. I think I'm
I
back to
can't
being
even
normal.
find my thing in the list. Where's Juniper?
But there she is. She's under Darvin. Oh no, she's not anymore. She was moved. God damn.
No, it's because as the dice are rolling, they're all taking their order. Oh man.
This is dumb. The only word it could possibly be is preservation, right? There can't be. Surely not another word.
Okay, right. And let's change this to a bit of combat music, and then we can go. Everybody in. Let's begin the combat then. Let's see what we're going to end up with here. No surprises then, Ashe. As he twitches after the whistle, you know it's about to all go down. What do you do, Ashe? What do you do?
Like, I have two options. I can run in and fucking pound the shit out of the big guy as much as I can, or I stay here and try and defend you guys and the little kid.
What would Ashe do? I suppose is the question you got to answer. Nothing else is what you need. So.
Oh no. Where is big guy?
Big guy is down here, and I will give you, as you will have sight of them. You will see the vultures as well.
Oh, fine. She's gonna look back to say, "Protect the kid," and she's gonna.
Oh, she's going. Okay.
Oh,
I can't. Hang on. There's
Yes,
a
you
wall,
might have to go.
apparently.
Yeah, if you go around the tents, you'll be better off. That's it. And there you go.
This music.
You go diving in. Okay.
Yeah. I will. 1. Oh, please.
15. 15 just hits. Okay, so he will take the 7.
Right, I'm doing fucking stupid monk shit. Stunning strike.
Yep, make the stunning strike. Okay, so he needs to make the con save, isn't it? Sorry, apologies, I can't remember.
Yeah, con save of 14 or above.
Saves, Constitution,
Remember, Dean can't
incoming.
concentrate on spells when he's stunned.
Oh, there you go. So he will fail on that one. So he has to use Indomitable to try and not be. So let's see how he does.
He's a fucking fighter. Cool. Okay.
1 second. To
Shit.
get to the point of the save. Fair enough.
Yep. Another attack.
That makes sense. Yes, you will definitely hit for another
Stunning strike
11.
again. I
No
gotta
problem.
stun this guy.
Saves Constitution.
Oh,
18. Okay, fair enough.
That's 2 key points now.
Mhm.
yeah, I know. Well, we short rested, so I have all 7. So,
Mhm.
yeah, flurry of blows. I gotta do as much as I can. Oh, shit.
No, 13's not going to be a go.
Oh, there we go.
But a 22 will definitely do it.
Okay, I will stun his strike again.
Okay. Incoming.
Casual. 4 key points being used.
14. It's just enough, isn't it? Yeah, it's just enough.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay, but I will do one more thing because
Sure.
I can. I will
absolutely can.
try and knock him prone.
Okay, so he needs to
So
make
I'll
a
try and sweep the leg.
So he
Dex
needs to
save
do a
of
dex
14.
save. Okay. Incoming dex save. In this case, 1 second. He crit fails. So he will have to... he can't because he's used his reaction up. I don't think he can do Indomitable again. Let me just double check. No, he can... It's not part of a reaction, so he can. So he will try and save himself. 1 second. And still gets an 8, so you get your prone out of the thing. So okay. So yes, you come running over. He takes the hits, but he will end up going prone in that thing. Is there anything else on your turn?
Nope. Here we go.
Okie dokie. Triss, it's round to you.
Okay, Triss will run over to the boy. She'll rummage in a bag and pull out this like thin piece of cloth,
Mm-hmm.
and throw it over him. And she'll cast invisibility.
Oh shit! Okay.
And she'll say, "Go hide! Get out of here! Just go!"
Yeah, he seems shocked in the moment, but yeah, he will turn invisible. Okay.
And that's all I can do. Oh no!
Fair enough.
Do you not have any of your shieldy things?
No, I haven't summoned it because I didn't
shit.
was going into battle.
Okay, fair enough.
Wah, wah, wah.
First of the bandits, then. It's one up here. He is going to run over and take a position and run to there because he needs to start moving in. Yeah, they're starting. Yeah, as the things are going. Giant vulture is circling. As
Oh my
this
god,
is going
vultures,
on.
I forgot about them. Oh god.
And this
We
one
die
is
from
circling this
Frostmaiden, I'm
one.
gonna be furious.
This guy will get up.
Take half of his movement,
He will
even though he's just
definitely.
going to wail on me.
He will definitely be looking like that may well be in his future. Absolutely. Then Ashe, he will attempt to he's going to try and hit you with his sickle, I think. How many attacks has he got? 3. Okay.
Oh, shit.
A 19 to hit with the first one, is that?
No, misses.
Misses. Okay. Then he goes for the second attack. Gets an 8. And hang on 1 second. Let me just double check something here. When does he get advantage? Has advantage on melee attack rolls against any creature that doesn't have all of its hit points. Do you have all your hit points?
Of course I fucking don't, because we just battled so straight into this.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, so that one is still a miss, but he does get an advantage on this last one, and he crits with a 26. So yes, 5 plus 3 on the piercing, and 16 plus 20 on the damage from the extra damage. Let me just double check why it's so high. Let me just double see.
That one taps me. Hang on. It's just that damage on its own one taps me. The one at the end.
If the ally, the extra one, it only happens if you have no allies. It can see within 10 feet of it. So
cool.
at the moment, you will be taking all of that.
Okay. Can you remind me what it is?
5 plus 3 for the initial.
Yep.
And then 16 plus 20, so another 36 on top.
8 plus... I was on... Hang on. Whoa, hang on. So 8 plus 36, so 44?
Mm-hmm.
I am still up.
Yeah, well done. He looks hella surprised. Let's put it that way. But yeah, you're still standing. He is done. Next bandit on the rise. Okie dokie. Where is this one at the moment? He will be have seen this. He will run over this way, 60 feet. That one is done. Vulture will carry on moving.
I'm really sad that I can't see everything as well.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on, but Triss, you do hear the footsteps of one of the little guy seems to be running off. You get the sense he's running into the tent behind you.
I said go! I said run away! Don't go in the friggin' tent!
Do you say that out loud, or do you...
Yes!
Oh, you just said where he was!
Okay.
Yeah, but he's got movement. Like, as soon as he's going towards the tent, I literally cast this on him. I can see him literally running that way. Like,
okay.
No! Run away!
You hear rustling at the door, and then it will be trying to move off, and you do hear it moving off to the north.
Good. Get out of here.
He runs in the tent.
Next one on the list. This one is running over this way.
He's a kid, mate. I expect nothing less. That's exactly what my kids would do, is just run into it.
Yep,
an
that's what
enclosed
a 9-year-old
space.
The tent means safety, but clearly not.
It's like going underneath your blanket when you hear something rustling in the house. Nope. It's not there.
No one can stab me through the duvet. It's fine.
Yes.
So Ashe, you can definitely see the ones that are closer to the guy you're fighting are coming over to watch. Kind of like, they're kind of like want to see their leader do his job.
Yeah.
Juniper, round to you.
Okay. So we think he's run off to the north.
Yes. You don't know how far he's gotten to the north, but you think he's running off to the north.
Okay, in that case, Juniper's field of cutting ice.
Oh god, you're going to hinder his progress. Okay.
No, not on him. I'll put it here.
Oh, okay. Yep. No problem. Yeah, and you'll have to remind me of the damage as the time comes.
Yeah, if they move within it, basically. I don't see everything, so just let me know when you get in there.
No problem, we'll do. But yeah, you can definitely move off in this general direction. You can see it all going down.
Off to here. And let me see how much of my thing I have left. If I can find it.
Mm-hmm.
Where is this? Oh, here. 3 Balsam Quartz on Ashe.
Okay. Healing incoming.
11 plus 3 temporary points. It's not much, it's something.
Hey, yeah, it's definitely adds to the thing. Definitely.
And I guess I'll try to move as close as possible.
Come here. Within 10 feet of me, please.
I can't move any further. That's my max movement.
You're already as close as you can be. Fair enough. If you, sorry, anything else? No, you've done a spell, you've done your heal. Yeah, you're as far as you can go. Okay. More bandits. Where are they right now in the scheme of things? Okay, so, this one is running over this way. There is yelling going on from over here. There's one invisible.
Oh.
And they are mad hunting for him right now. This one comes running in.
They know one's invisible.
You cast it.
You shouted out.
You cast it, and then the kid disappeared.
And he's probably still leaving footprints. It is snow.
It is definitely snow. Bandit over here. They're going to come running in to here.
Tourist cannon.
That one is just watching the boss.
2d8.
Vultures there. Darvin, it is your turn, sir.
Darvin kind of looks at Linus and just says, what do I do?
Linus is there with his spellbook, flicking through it manically, trying to work out what to do himself. He's like, "Oh, I'm working on it. Don't die."
Okay, I'm gonna apply that to everyone, and he can kind of see Ashe getting whooped. So Darvin goes to here, which is his full movement, and then as he runs past Juniper, you see him stop. He gets down into a power stance, and he's gonna rage.
Mm-hmm.
Which lets me do a thing. I just have to look at what it is. Sorry.
That's all right. That's no problem. You have some sort of pounce ability, didn't you, or something? Yes.
Yeah. I just have to. It's a thing.
It's a whole thing. Barbarians have things. That's fair.
It's you can pick up half your movement as part of the rage.
Yeah. So that's what's going on. I just don't know where it went on here. I always lose it. Anyway,
no worries. So it gives you the extra oomph of movement that you need. Then I see.
I do that, and I kind of like leap forward, and as I leap, I'm gonna bring down my axe on this dude. Great weapon master. Reckless.
Oh, that is not a good idea. Oh,
Well,
no, it's a very good idea.
Oh, wow. Okay. So reckless.
Oh, the crit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it's a big old hit as this axe comes wailing down on this guy, catching him nastily in the shoulder.
And so this axe it's like a double axe handle over the head. And like Ashe, you feel like the wind behind it. And as I slice down this dude, I turn it around and I kind of step back and I bring it up for my second attack.
Okay.
For 20. For 18.
And big old hits. Yeah, you got his attention. You definitely got his attention.
Let me check something real fast.
Of course.
Oh shit, that sucks. When I score a critical hit, I could use a bonus action to make another attack, but I used it to rage.
Yeah, no, too early in the battle, I guess. But
Darvin attacks this dude twice and then squares up and says, "Hey, why don't you try hitting me?"
You think
An idea.
Darvin, as you're actually doing that, you can see his eyes go wide as he's looking at the axe that you're wielding.
That's fun.
That is done. Bandit's turn. What are they up to? Where are they? These ones are. Yeah, they know they got to get the kid, so they're running to sort that out. Vulture is circling because he's not been told to do. Where's this band? Okay, that's going to come over here, bringing us to Arion's turn. Yeah, they're definitely the ones to the north are now frantically looking for the kid.
Arion, do as good as Darvin did.
Arion's going for the kid. 30 feet this way.
Okay.
Ooh.
You can make a perception check if you want. See how close you are.
Sure.
You need to do that as an action, though, don't you? If you're looking for something
Kinda.
specific.
I can make it a little wishy-washy in this case. I'm allowed. Whoa. Well.
Oh well.
Yeah, you think he's within 5 feet of you, Arion, almost directly as the footprints are coming up. You're 100% sure he's directly in front of you.
In front of me?
Yeah, directly in front.
Was that perception my action?
No, I'm going wishy-washy because I called you out on it rather than making it your thing. So you can have your action.
Can I scoop him up?
Yes.
And put him behind me?
Yes, you can do that.
Oh, good. I thought you were going to kill him. That's what I mean. I was saying they can do it with action.
No. Arion is not killing a kid.
I thought Ashe was going to run up and just pummel this kid to death and be like, "There, now it's not a problem anymore."
So she's thinking that now after taking 44 damage in one turn.
Fair enough.
In one attack, sorry, not one turn.
So yeah, Arion will kind of spin with shield facing towards the bandit, scoop the kid up, put him behind, and then in the same kind of spin motion will again turn to face them.
No problem.
All that looked like to them, though, is you doing like a really cool flourish with your shield.
Yeah, definitely a bit of a scoop and a flurry going on.
Yeah. Well, this guy knows some stuff.
Okay. Yeah. Anything else, or are we there for Arion?
We are done.
Okay, no problem. Linus, round to you.
I don't have anything of use.
Oh,
the one thing I wanted
you're a
to
wizard. You must have something of use.
This is not all useful things.
The deceptiveness of a spell book. Yes.
Hit them with the spell book.
Throw the spell book at them.
As a last resort, he threw the spell book.
So I'm assuming there are lads coming from all of these points.
At the moment, from many directions is the answer. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. You think that quite a few have sort of propagated to the north, basically purely on the info that there's an invisible, that the boy is invisible. They're clearly their first target. They've been told is deal with the boy.
Okie dokie. Let's see if. Okay. How Linus is going to try and subtly cast prestidigitation and make it sound like a child's yell comes from this direction.
Oh, okay, interesting. Okay, see how you do on that one. Yeah, make a sleight of hand check. See how subtle you can be without.
Do I get advantage for being very, very small? Because I get
go on then. Go on. Take your advantage on that one.
Oof.
Cool. Either way is great.
No, fair enough. Yeah, you think you can pull it off? So yeah, you make the sound and saying there was yelling from this one. That's
like a child scream as
screaming,
if he
it's like
something.
I think he may be here. Yeah, you do hear this one yell out as that's going on.
It went. Ouch! I, the child, have fallen.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Praise the Frostmaiden. And then my bonus action is I'm gonna make my little professor guy run over here so that I can see what's going on in that area.
Okay, so we will give you 2 Linuses worth of view. There you go. So
Yes.
we'll have. In fact, what I should really do is that what I'll do is I'll make this one mini Linus. That'll help things out.
A mini
Yes.
airline.
Cool. Excellent. So I can see what's going on, and he's there if he is needed.
No problem.
Cool. And then I'm gonna sort of stand more in like the entrance of a tent, so that I'm not in the slap bang in the middle. Very obvious.
Okay, fair enough. Next, Bandit. On this side, these ones don't have as much to do, so they come running over. This one is going to try and crossbow shot you. Will a 19 hit?
Oh. Yes, it will.
Okay, so for 5 piercing, as that one takes a shot.
Oh no, you're concentrating, right, on invisibility?
I sure am.
Well, yeah, you better make the check.
What is it? A save, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, you've little itty bitty arrow, no problem. Next Bandit. This one is down here. They are very interested in the current Darvin Ashe boss fight, so they're moving up. This one here is going to start running this way on the calls on this side, so he double moves. Watching the fight. This one is coming over here as well. I'll figure out what's going on with that. On the other side of things, again, gonna come and egg on the boss. The vultures are moving. And Bandit over here, again, searching for the boy. Last one in the turn order is this one, and he runs this way towards Arion, but he will not get there yet. Bringing us to round 2, Ashe, top of the turn.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yep. Attack. Oh, my. Oh, no, they are working.
19, that will definitely hit.
That's stunning strike.
Okay. Move the combat tracker out of the way. Saves. Constitution. He will fail with a 7. So he will have to use Indomitable again. Let's see how he does on the second. He's going to fail twice. He is officially stunned. And the people around Ashe are like, ooh. As that goes down.
Take them crits. Let's do
Just
it.
a question.
Advantage crits, do it.
Is the guy still standing here? Because on my screen he's here.
No, he's moved up a bit since then. Not far. He's directly in front of Ashe and Darvin right now.
Okay.
Okay, advantage attacks.
Oh yeah, 27
crit
for 10.
attack? What is it? A crit? I don't.
Yeah, it's an auto crit.
It's an auto crit. Fair enough.
So, extra d6, right?
Yeah, it should be.
That's how
It should be.
crit.
It should be double the dice. So 16. Oof.
Flurry of blows. Oh no. 16?
16 will hit. He will take the 9. Sorry, he will take all the damage at 9 and 5.
Oh shit.
Ooh.
It's already.
It's already a crit. So.
Already. Yeah, I was gonna say. It's already.
Yeah, but it's still damn good. He drops instantly. The shock from the others around him is palpable right now. And then there's like a moment of silent Ashe in the seconds, and then there's like, ah! Yeah, you think they're coming. would be the best way of putting it.
Oh Lord, they're coming.
Have you got any? Yeah, you have got movement if you need to. I'll put it 1 second. I was moving your turn on before you have all your turn. They are really pissed.
So there's one here, here. Oh my god, they have surrounded me and Darvin.
Yeah, they've been watching. They were watching the fight. And then the Frostmaiden's people took him out.
Okay, well, Ashe's top priority is making sure Juniper and Triss are safe, so she's going to move in front of Juniper and just wait until she gets wailed on, I guess.
Oh my god, Darvin's gonna get murdered.
I don't think... Well, yeah, there's a couple on you, actually.
Triss, round to you. Yeah, the whole camp is screaming as this is going on.
We beat the leader. They'll now retreat, right? Can I possibly use Verlaine to go next to Ashe?
You would, Trish, but she's not here.
Oh, Verlaine, you suck. Okay, right.
Sorry, yeah.
So I won't do that.
There's no snowflake above her head right now.
Okay, so I will Zoidberg run over here. Oh no! Oh, why did I do that?
There's
more here. Oh, I wouldn't go that far anyway because I can't see who I'm trying to do this to. Okay, so that. And I will turn the disc on my shoulder to the blue stone. And as a bonus action, I will cast the trumpet at Ashe.
Okay.
There you go.
Nice.
Oh, it's 11 temporary hit points. Hang in there, Ashe.
It's better than nothing.
Yeah. It all adds up. Anything else? Yeah, Trish, is that everything you can do?
I can't do anything else. I'm right next to these people. Oh no.
You are indeed on that one.
I currently my shield out. I currently have the same hit points as temporary hit points.
Arion, the first bandit runs up to you and rolls a very, very convincing 4. So, he will do absolutely nothing. Giant vultures. I'm going to roll for those.
Oh, no.
One second. Let's see how they do. Okay. All right. Okay. They seem to be not under any influence, so they are going.
Yes. That's what I was looking for.
Yay.
So I'm going to remove them from the turn order to make things a little...
Okay, that makes this a little bit more natural.
Remove that. Right, okay. Next on the list then is... Oh, he's dead. Bandits. Okay, more bandits. There's always more bandits. Yes, so this one saw Ashe do what she did. Light weapon, crossbow, 16 to hit, will miss. Are you Eric's? Sorry, the boy Arion? Are you holding on to him, or is he free to move?
No, I've literally just shuffled him to this spot, and I'm now engaging these guys.
You feel him move away from you, heading sort of south.
Hopefully not in a tent.
You're not sure
Although
of that.
It probably seems the safest place now. I've told him not to.
Next bandit, Arion incoming. Let's see how he's going to do. Second one. A 14, that's going to miss. He is done. Next one. Can only really clock Linus. 16 to hit with a light crossbow on Linus. That going to be enough?
No, because my shield will activate.
As the shield goes up around him. Okay.
Ow.
He takes the shot and then he comes a run in as far as he can. Next one. Darvin, the first of these ones down here, comes running up. So you were were you reckless on the last attack?
Sure was.
Okay, so with advantage, he gets a 19 to hit.
That hits.
For 4 slashing damage with that one.
Down to... Actually, I still have temporary hit points. So
nice.
That actually...
Juniper, round to you.
Did this guy run through the...
He did. He absolutely did. Thank you. Yes, he would have run two squares worth.
Oof.
Okay.
So how much damage are we talking?
This much. 13.
Whoa, nasty. Okay, he will take that. And perish.
Oh no!
So he would have perished on the outskirts of that. So he took his shot and ran in to go and get Linus, and didn't live for the moment. So sorry, Juniper. Yeah. So it is your turn though.
Oh, sorry.
You guys will be okay here, right? And I'll run up north a little bit. Little bit more.
I love Linus's shield, by the way. That looks way cool.
That's really cool.
Okay. And then I will cast Avalanche.
Ooh.
If it's not giving me a template to put it somewhere. So,
okay, fair enough.
I'd like to aim it somewhere this way. So Arion ideally doesn't get hit, but these guys do.
Yeah, how many did it catch? The four on this side, or this one included? Do you think? I
do not see anything there. So the 4 on this side, I do not see a guy there.
Okay. So there is a guy there, but how wide is the effect? Sorry, I can forever 10 feet wide. Okay, yeah. So just catch these 4. Okay, right, and they need to make the deck save. Let's have a look here. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So a snowy explosion happens, blasting forwards and just trying to wipe them away.
Yeah, 3 will fail, 1 will pass. So they're going to be taking 10 each. Woof. 10.
The ones that failed are not pro.
Yeah. That one will take. It's half damage on a fail, on a save, or
half damage. That's a shit roll on 48. 3 2s and a 4.
Fair enough, but it is what it is, and 3 of them are now prone. Okay, let's mark that up so we remember. And they are done. Anything else, Juniper?
I'll turn back and I'll use some more of my Blessing of the Summer.
On Ashe.
On Ashe, yes.
Okay.
Thanks.
8 and 2 temporary hit points.
Damn.
Okay. If that's everything on Juniper's turn, time for some more bandits. Okie dokie. Arion, another one on you. Rolls a 5.
No.
This one is down, so he will have to get up. And
Has this guy been here all along?
Which guy?
This guy.
Yeah. He's been there. Yeah.
Okay.
So this guy gets up and just tries to take an arrow shot at you. Arion, 20 to hit this time. Are we getting in the right range? Still not quite.
Not quite.
And then on to the next one. Down here, this one is going to see it's either Triss or Juniper. Let's see. 1 and a 2 is Triss. In this case,
This is
it's
like
Juniper.
waving her arms. No.
14 to hit Juniper. Is that going to be enough
My
this time?
poor Junie.
14. Let's see. It might hit. Because I am not very AC. Yeah, it hits.
Okay, for 7 piercing as that one goes on. Next bandit on the line is going to be running up to Darvin here. Short sword in hand, advantage. Does a 16 hit you?
I believe it does. Let me just check real fast. Yep, sure does.
Yeah, for 7 slashing, obviously halved as you need. Yeah,
All
Juniper,
right.
thank you for the con save. Yeah, that's for concentration.
I still have temporary hit points.
Nice. You may be a
Had
big
9.
beefy boy.
I had 1.
Darvin, it is actually now your turn.
Darvin gets stabbed in like the side from one and stabbed in the shoulder from the other and just looks at the wounds and in giant just says, "If that's all you bring, you will die this day." And no one understands it.
Fair enough.
So I will attack again recklessly, the one who attacked me first.
Okay. 14 will hit.
Nice.
Yeah. Absolutely eviscerating the guy.
Okay, so as a bonus action, I will, with the same swing, so I basically chop this one in half, and then the momentum carries into this one.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that one might not do it.
Oh, yeah, not that time.
Yeah, so he swings through, and he overcorrects, and so the axe goes, like, way far, but then he turns the axe around and just swings it right back at this guy. 12?
12 just hits, and you eviscerate the second one.
And then, Darvin clocks this one, but then turns around and sees Ashe back here, and dashes to interpose himself in front of her and these guys over here.
Okay.
Skids to a halt, and he looks over his shoulder and says something to Giant and you that you don't understand. But it sounds cocky.
Fair enough.
Did you say don't get cocky, kid?
You don't know.
Okay. This one's going to come running over here. 2 lots of your ice problem, Juniper, please, as it is going through your field of ice. 10. Yeah, realizing it's in the thick of it, he will stop where he is now, but he will take a shot at you.
Oh no, Junie again.
21 to hit this time for
Yeah,
9 piercing this time. Okay, that one is done.
Oh no. That's not right.
That's not right.
No. I killed myself.
Yes, that's that would. Yeah, no, don't go that far. You're not there yet. Okay.
Maybe you turn into the Frostmaiden.
Oof.
Yeah, who knows? We'll see.
Fine on your constitution. That is all good. Next one of the bandits. Okay. This one is going to take a shot at Arion with the old crossbow for a 9. He will miss, bringing us to Arion.
Will attack the one directly in front of me at advantage because he is prone.
He is still prone.
20 for 8.
He had 1 hit point to his name. He is officially dead.
In the same motion, we'll swing up at the one on the left for the second attack.
Oh, yeah.
25 for 9.
That definitely hits.
And then I'm just going to stay where I am.
Okay. Linus, round to you.
Okay, so what can my little man see? Can I just? I can't really see from
That's
Linus.
all right. The other Linus can see Ashe looking worse for wear. Darvin sort of in protective stance. You can see a few, 3 or 4 sort of bandits around at a bit of a distance, but not right up close, if that makes sense. But a few of them.
Okay. What's the distance? I need to know how many.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet to the nearest.
Okie dokie. Are the others near him as well?
There is one about 15 feet away. They've got a bit of distance between them. They're not bunched up.
They've got a bit of distance. Okie dokie. Let's just. And there's that guy there. Okay, I'll just fireball that guy for now.
Just minorly fireball that guy.
Firebolt. I keep
firebolt.
reading that wrong.
minor fireball.
So casually.
22. That will definitely hit, and yes, he will be definitely badly burned from that.
Okie dokie. And then my little guy is going to nestle himself in between Darvin and Ashe in case of need.
No problem. No problem. You can move if you wish as well.
I'm gonna sort of join this pack more over here of people.
Yes, let's bunch up.
No problem. I need you to make a Linus, as you're moving, I need you to make a perception check, that's all.
Oh gosh. Why is he near me?
Okay.
14. Nope.
Okay,
Oh,
thank
the
you.
okay. Oh, I love it. Just a little...
Okay, if he's all done, bandits. Right, let's see how they are doing. This one's got a clear shot at Juniper, but doesn't want to move anymore. An 18 to hit Juniper this time. For 6 piercing if it hits. I'm assuming it does.
Seb,
are you
wake
there?
up. He's in deep thought.
He's talking to someone, I think.
Fair enough.
I thought he was just doing like
I'll do the damage. I'll do the damage myself. So on that front, I don't think he'll be not taking it. So that is done. I've done the damage for you, Seb, already. So that is done. Next bandit.
You're muted.
He must be muted still. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. I was...
That's okay. That's okay. This one is going to come running. Can only get to there. It's got to run to there. Okay, that is done. This bandit is going to run over here, and Darvin, incoming shot. Light crossbow, an 18 to hit for 6 piercing this time.
That hits, and I no longer have temporary hit points. That zeroes them out.
Okay, fair enough. Next on the list, these ones around here. I'm going to come running down. This one is going to Triss or the little man. 1 second. In this case,
little man. Fight the little man.
Alas, Triss, it's coming your way, but an 8 will definitely miss. Next on the list. It's going to come running to here, and then Darvin, 7 to hit you will miss.
With advantage?
He still got... Sorry, yeah, you're absolutely right, but it still would have been a 12, so he would still have missed. So.
Okay. Yeah, so that one planks off the axe, we'll say.
No problem. Bandit over here this time. Going to take a shot. 1 and a 2 for Linus. It's a 1 this time. Okay, so Linus shot incoming, but a 6 is going to miss you. They are rolling bad. This is good for you guys on that front. Right, bandit on this side. Okay, Darvin, another shot coming at you. 22 to hit this time for 5 piercing.
All right, negated to 2.
Mm-hmm. This one on this side can only see Linus in the moment. There's a 14's not going to hit you because of the shield, so that is a miss. And Arion, 1 for you here with a 9. That's going to be a fail, although he will be standing up first of all.
Did you cast shield this round?
That's a good point. Yeah, Linus, did you cast shield this round, or was it the previous round that you had shield?
No, it's this round. It's just been a long time. Oh, no.
It only lasts until your turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, Jess, that sounds like you may... Did you have to recast shield, I suppose is the question. Using a spell slot.
I say I will have done that. I'll take the spell slot off.
Okay, no problem.
I get it mixed up.
I didn't realise we went round so much.
Yeah,
there's a lot going on. Ashe, top of the round there. Darvin in front of you, sort of protectively. Miniature Linus professor by your side. What are you up to?
Ashe will say, "You got this, buddy," and run over here. And say, "Everyone get towards Darvin." And just between me and Darvin.
Don't go in the middle of this fucking shit show now.
What's happening here? Why can't I go here?
I mean, you can.
Do you want me to move you across? Yeah.
No. Jamie just said don't go there, so I don't know what's happening.
There's 3 or 4 other bandits on that side of the map there.
That's okay. Yep, attack.
20 for an 11. He has exactly 11 hit points, so he is gone, Sam.
Okay. Oh no, wait. Oh no, I don't know how much movement I've done now because I over moved.
Yeah, fair. Let's just say wishy-washily, you're there. You've done as much as you can move.
Because you looked like you were yellow.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 40. Yeah, I'm exactly where I need to be. Yep. Yep, that's fine.
Okay, she's done.
I will... No, I won't. I'm just going to take it. I'm not even going to use bonus actions. Come at me.
Okay. Bringing us to Triss.
Okay, so Triss is just going to make sure... Yeah, she thought that might be. So firstly, she's going to trumpet Juniper, because Juniper's my friend, and need to trumpet her.
Fair enough.
Trumpet time. So she gets 12 temporary hit points.
Very nice.
I don't think you can hear me though. And then she'll rummage in a bag and take out a piece of glass and cast Shatter on these guys.
Oof. Okay.
That's why I said don't go there.
Is it what save is it?
Why? No, you don't have to worry about that. For some reason, my Shatter isn't in here.
Oh,
because it's a reaction. It's reaction. It's okay. That's why. I was being a dummy. So Shatter, 2nd level, and I'll get...
Okay, so we got some con saves for these guys coming in. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. A 5, 8, and a 6. So I think that's going to be all of them no good, and all of them are dead.
Yay! Triss doesn't know why she's cheering. She does not like the look of just people dying.
Maybe the Frostmaiden is winning out right now.
I wish it didn't have to come to this.
But yes,
it's so stupid. And
no
then
problem.
Triss will just run back and go next to Juniper and sort of try and defend her a bit.
Okay, no problem. There's quite a few dead things in the list right now. Let's get rid of the vulture.
Vultures are gone as well.
We didn't kill the vultures. They're okay. They
flew away.
They've not been taking any orders, so not so much. But Darvin, there is a bandit still down here to huck an arrow your way. 20 to hit this time for 9 piercing.
Ooh, beefy damage, buddy. Good job.
Sometimes they do all right.
That is half.
The kid's turn. He's a running.
Oh, where is that kid going?
We don't know, and that's good.
That kid is done. This guy. Okie dokie. Arion. He is right next to you. Sword attack. For an 18 will miss. He is done. Bringing us to Juniper's turn.
Oh, Seb, by the way, I said run towards Darvin. Put yourself between me and Darvin, by the way. Just as I ran.
You've also got 12 temporary hit points.
Yes, and that.
I have 12 temporary hit points. Okay.
Yeah, because you're your best friend here.
Great. Okay. Let me see. So they're fighting up there. They're fighting down here. I'll ignore Ashe.
I knew you would.
Reverse psychology. Go south. Okay, I'll go north.
I'll just cast Ice Knife at Ashe.
And I'll chuck Ice Knife at this guy.
Okay, no problem. Ooh.
Oh, only a 10.
10 will miss, unfortunately. Do I have to do the save on the... No, you miss.
Yeah, you still have to do the save.
I still have to do the save, okay.
Yeah, hit or miss, the shard explodes.
But the second guy got a 9, so he's a fail.
Yeah, so he takes a 3 damage. The other guy takes
And he
1
had 1 hit point to his name, so he is dead.
And the other guy takes the 1 damage if it's failed. So.
Okay, 1 second. Save. He failed as well, so with his 1 hit point, he die.
Yay. We're doing it, guys.
You are.
We're doing it slowly.
You're doing the Frostmaiden's good work. Well done. Yes, anything else on Juniper's turn?
I guess I'll try to run back. Since Ashe told me to go stay safe. So yes, I'll go back.
Chris is in a defensive stance next to you as well. So she's protecting you. You ran off and came back. That's good.
Sure.
Okay, all done. This bandit. Okie dokie. This is another one on Arion. Arion incoming. Let's see how he does. 19. Not going to cut the mustard, but he is doing what he can. Bringing us to Darvin's turn, I believe.
Darvin is going to look over his shoulder at Ashe and nod as if she did what she was supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's going to look at these 3 and just run right here.
Uh-huh.
And let's see, we'll go for eeny, meeny, miny, dude on the right.
Okay.
Reckless.
An 18 will definitely hit. 17 damage. Yeah, he is gone from this world.
Okay, then bonus action attacking the guy in the center. 14 for 22.
14 will definitely hit. And again, on a murder spree.
And then the last one, 12 for 28.
12 just hits. And
Okay.
Darvin eviscerates the third. There we go.
Linus, you see Darvin run up and literally baseball bat swing at the neck and just chops all of these guys' heads off in one swing.
Very nice.
As I spin, no one else could see, only Linus. Oh well. So let's see. I ran. Let's see, 10, 15, 20, 25, 15, 20. I start running back towards this guy with intent.
Fair enough.
But that's as far as I can go.
No worries. Okay. Bandit over here. He is definitely going to carry on firing at Juniper. A 20 to hit Juniper this time for 6 piercing this time. Sure. And that one is done. Next bandit on the list is taking a long shot at Arion. 19, still not going to cut it. Bringing us to Arion's turn.
We'll take a swing at this one. 16 for 5.
He has 2 hit points to his name.
Next attack will be at this one.
I can't see literally anyone else fighting.
Ooh, 10 will miss, I assume.
10 misses, unfortunately.
Okie dokie, I will stay where I am.
Okay. Linus, round to you. Remembering your shield does drop at this point.
Can't hear you, Jess.
Yeah, we can't hear you, Jess.
Hello. I
Hello.
will take that off while I remember.
No, that's okay.
Well, I will take that off once I realise how to do that.
That's okay. I can do that for you while you're thinking of your turn.
Yeah, I'll blast this one who keeps firing arrows at us because that's rude.
Fair enough. 19. Oh yeah. No, he had 1 hit point to his name. He burned bad.
And then Linus, who has just witnessed Darvin running around like a madman, murdering people down the bottom, is just going to turn to Ashe and go, are you sure you want us to be near Darvin at the moment?
Imagine Darvin's just like holding his axe out and doing a helicopter. Just like rolling around like that.
Yeah, Linus will make no move to go towards Darvin in this moment.
Well, I said go into, like, sort of be between me and Darvin. I didn't specifically say run at Darvin as if you're gonna kill him.
At Darvin.
Okay, then I will go in this little bit here.
Okay. Another bandit's turn. Where are you, sir? Where are you hiding? There he is. Right. Another one for Juniper. Incoming. 16 to hit. For 6 piercing.
Sure. Look, you got all these temporary hit points.
Yeah.
Yeah, my temporary hit points are done now. But yeah, those were
okay.
And I think I failed my call.
Oh no, wait, I go, Juniper, just pay attention! And use Flash of Insight to give you 5 more so you pass.
Hey.
Oh, hey, look at that. Reaction kicking in. That's great. Darvin, the one down here, he sees you running towards him. He take out his bow and he shoots you. 15 to hit.
That is my AC.
And for 7 piercing.
Reduced to 3.
And what? This one here, another one on you, another arrow. Is it? Were you reckless? So is this advantage or not right now?
This is reckless, yeah.
Okay, so 15 to hit this time with this one as well.
15 is my
C. 5 piercing. Halved.
Okie dokie. Darvin is almost bloodied.
Fair enough. Ashe.
Miles away.
Yep, that's fine. Okay. How much damage am I going to take going into one of your squares?
2d4, is it?
Yeah, I think
2d4.
I think it was 2d4.
4d4.
I'm going to bonus action Step of the Wind. Oh, apparently I can't stand
Oh,
there.
yeah, no, yeah. It's wishy-washy, but I'll move you there. It's fine. It's the edge of the tent, so.
Ah!
Okay, 2d4 damage, please, Juniper. Classic.
She does
Juniper
like
killing
attacking
Ashe.
the crew. Although she's never hurt me.
Attacking the crew, it's basically only attack Ashe for some reason.
Does Ashe deserve it? That's the main thing.
No.
Vote now.
Yep. Okay. Well, yep. I just
yeah,
run it.
Yeah, run in,
I run in
and you smash him. Yeah.
I sort of do that double jump kick sort of thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Off the side of the tent and straight on him.
Okay, I have 30 foot of movement. Actually, I'm just going to go in front of these two.
Okay.
Then, yeah. Sort of
Triss.
like in a very protective stance of looking around, knowing that there's not many left, apart from up here, maybe.
But Triss, yeah, it is your turn.
Okay. Right. I will see everybody is dead. And I
Yeah,
go,
there's a lot of death around you right now.
guys, we won. Is everyone okay?
As you still hear the sounds of battle coming from the north.
Yeah, from the north, you can hear a clang, clang, ding.
And you hear shunk,
Hang on.
shunk, shunk.
I don't know where I came from. This is where I came from, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so cling, cling, clang. Arion, you okay?
I'm fine.
I literally still can't see anyone. I've used all my movement to get to you.
Oh, man.
Is there
There's a
anyone
lot
to
of dead-
fight?
There's a lot of dead things around me.
There's a lot of dead around him, and yeah, there's a couple of things you can hear off to one side, but yeah, you can't see them, Triss, right now from where you are.
Okay, Arion, here, have this trumpet sound.
I like to think it is actually a trumpet sound.
It is a trumpet. The protector is a trumpet. The flamethrower is literally a flamethrower. And there's one I haven't been able to make because I can't find the right stone.
Oh, man. But yes, Triss is done then. The boy.
I've got an entire action left, but there's nothing for me to do because I can't see
I can't
anything.
see anything, I know. Boy is running.
Boy.
Arion, this one is going to 21 this time. Is that going to be enough?
That actually hits me.
They are.
Oh, dang.
And he got 2 slashing damage out of it.
Oh, and it's temporary hit points as well.
It's a sad day for that guy. Bringing us to Juniper's turn, I believe.
Yes. So I still hear fighting going from the south as well, right?
If that's what you want to call it, but yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. It's probably the answer.
I'll go over.
Yeah, one over here and one over here.
And I'll say, wow, Darvin, did you do all this? Damn, great job. Frostbite on the one on the right.
Definitely got to tally up the kills against
I
Arion
can't
and
20 constitution, so pretty good on that front. So halving the damage?
No, it's cantrip.
Oh, it's save and suck. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I guess I'll stay there. Whatever.
No problem. Bringing us to, I believe, Darvin's turn.
Darvin clocks Juniper and says something in giant. And then, even though this one's closer, he had his eye set on this one, so he runs up to this guy, steps on like his dead comrade, and just attacks reckless.
Oof, yes. 19 for 7 insta-death.
So I swipe through that one, and the momentum kind of makes me do that like weird kind of hop thing where like you're trying to stop going in a direction. And then like he finally skids to a stop and then turns around and sees this guy and then just runs back at him.
The whirling dervish that's going on right now.
Oh my god.
I have become death, the destroyer of worlds right now.
When Darvin hits, he's pretty good.
Yeah, he's having a better week. Definitely having a better week.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's see. I ran to there. That was 5. That was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 35, 40. I think I get to there, and I start coming back to Juniper. And like, let's see, what can he see? He can't see anything. Okay, so he doesn't look threatening towards you, but he definitely is like covered in gore. And like his eyes are like blazing, and for a split second you see like almost like the overlay of like a 7-foot tall, just fucking hulking, almost like a shadow, but it's slightly lighter than he is, and then it's gone.
I'm sure that means nothing. Moving on to
Time to kill Darvin, I guess.
Arion, another attack. 20 won't cut the mustard. It is now your turn.
I like to think that the attack that actually hit kind of like just grazed his cloak a little bit and has just caused like a little tear, and he'll just scowl.
Yeah, the 2 damage was emotional damage. That's
Emotional.
It was psychic damage overall. Yes, yeah.
And we'll stab with the rapier. 13.
13 will definitely hit. He had 6 hit points to his name, therefore he now has no hit points to his name.
He'll just shove the rapier through the throat, pull it back, push him to the side with the shield, and run up to this one for a second attack.
Arion, are you still fighting?
Yes, very much so. 17 for 11.
17 for 11. Ending, I believe, the last of the bandits, if I'm right. We are clear. Absolutely.
Second wave. Go.
The second wave and go. No. So, in that moment, as all that is going on, you can breathe for a moment here, and we will change out a little bit of
falls backwards in the snow. And just like with a huge gash across it.
Taking the pain as that goes on. Triss obviously still concentrating on the spell at the moment. Do you leave it up, or are you taking it out?
Boy, little boy, come here.
Oh no! Please don't say it like that.
Do you drop it, or
I watched Huck like the other day, so like everything is coming to me from that. I think you're fine to come out, and I'll drop when he's near. I'll drop it just in case.
Fair enough. He doesn't appear to be anywhere near you. However, Triss, as you do drop it, he does appear a little farther back at the side of the encampment, and to the side of him, appearing at the same time, appears to be white wolves, and many of them as this is going on.
Oh my god, roll initiative.
We're going to hold there for a few moments. We're going to go and grab the drinks for break, and then we will come back to that.
Okay.
Can't believe we helped the Frostmaiden.
Well, you make your choices.
We're gonna have to do it.
Right. Okay. Back in 5.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, now we are all back then. So yes, you guys are, some of you collapsing to the ground as all this is going on. But yeah, the boy reappears, Triss, after you release the spell, surrounded by a bunch of white wolves as this is all going on. and they seem to
Oh no, wolves!
looking around at him non-threateningly, and they sort of look towards you all a little bit, those that can see. And Triss, you sort of see them start to lower their heads, like they're almost like they're bowing towards you all.
Does Trish say, "Oh no, wolves" out loud?
Probably.
Yeah. And then as they bow, she's like, as they bow, like Triss gives them a thumbs up and like thumbs up the guys as well. She's like, I think we're okay. Wolves are bowing.
This one comes a bit forward, Triss, towards you.
Oh no.
Arion will put a hand out and pull Ashe off the ground, but we'll give you 30 hit points in the process. Using lay on hands.
Thank you.
Triss will kneel down and sort of like put her hands out. Like, come on.
Yeah, you don't get that, but it does surprise you when it starts to speak instead.
God.
And it says, "We will take the boy. We will look after him as she wills."
Oh God.
Okay.
Oh.
He will be kept alive. He'll be fine.
The wolf nods.
And you can speak.
I can,
Also, okay.
because she
fine.
wishes it.
Why does the Frostmaiden have a particular interest in this boy by any chance?
You think you're asking too complicated a question. It doesn't. It looks like it's not fully understanding what you're saying.
Okay, it's just basic speech. Okay, cool.
And with that, your vision starts to cloud, and you guys will disappear from the space, reappearing in a familiar one, back in Grimskala.
Oh.
Do I still have a huge gash in me?
100% you do.
No.
Ashe will just sort of tap Triss on the head and be like, "Yeah, that was a pretty fucking hard illusionary thing."
I told
Clearly
you that it was real afterwards. Because we found out where we were.
Linus is going to have his head in his hands and be like, "Oh, I can't believe we helped the Frostmaiden," and he's so distressed.
But did we? I mean,
yes, clearly.
We're helping her to eventually, turn back time. We need the thing that she's holding here.
yeah, I mean, we won't help her in the future.
Yeah,
the boy will die.
all your mistakes
least-
can be worked out. Yes, that's the way you got to look at it.
At least the trial is over. We don't need to do any more trials.
Oh, it was preservation. Aha.
It was preservation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming we were right.
Preservation. So
So you go out into the space, and the large walrus at the other end of the room goes, "You're back. Hello, and you all
We're
made
still
it."
alive.
Whee! And he flies across the room, and sort of comes over to say hello. How did it go?
we're alive.
You are. Well done. You've done better than others. That's very good.
Did people describe that one as the most difficult one?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Oh God.
Dorian gave
do we
me a
have
lot
to
of hit
one?
points, James.
Dorian gave you 30, didn't he? Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
All
So,
the way lay on
it? Can we go and get this thing now?
You asking the walrus?
Yeah.
1 down, 3 to go.
Oh no.
That's just like, oh.
Well. Come on then, everyone. See you later, walrus.
Which one are we going to now?
Good luck.
It doesn't matter, does it? Let's just go to this one.
Triss, that one, the door says you've been told isolation is what that one says above.
God.
You do know the others are endurance and cruelty.
Do we
I feel
wait?
like we're not healthy enough for endurance.
Do we all have to do this?
You
Do we all
don't
have to
know.
do each of the tasks? Because like endurance could mean many things, but like if it's running, that is
The only thing you know at the
14.
moment is that you all went
Somehow.
through the door into the test, and you all appeared in the test. So yeah, you take that as you will.
And also, if we didn't all go into that test, we would be dead.
Yeah,
So I don't think we should risk.
I mean,
I
we've
think-
had such luck splitting the party in the past.
Isolation doesn't sound like we're all going to be together, mind.
Maybe not, but I mean, we've got to do it, right? Because if we don't, we have to do all of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Let's
I don't
just
think we
do them.
cast one entity. I think it's our own individual success.
Do you-
One
Do you
second.
think-
Whee! Okay.
I love this token.
Yeah.
This is
Thank you.
adorable.
Come
So
on.
you go in through the door of isolation. Okay, fair enough.
I hope we don't have to be on our own for this.
We can't even short rest because the druid is coming back.
I need spell slots.
Ah,
I have one
Chris
key
doesn't
point.
like being on our own
Shut the
either.
door.
Let's go.
okay. So you guys all go into the testing chamber as before, or is Juniper
Before-
holding back this time?
No. I'm going in as well.
Before
Okay.
we go in, Darvin's gonna look at Linus and just say, "Hey, did I say anything when I was going at those guys?"
Yes, but not in a language any of us understood. It
Oh,
seemed to be
thank
giants.
God, Ashe would have been so pissed. And then he goes through the door.
Linus was about to call out, "You've got to tell me." But he went through the door. I'm just going to quickly, before I go in the door, I'm going to...
Go ahead.
No, I misread it. No, it's fine. I misread what the thing was. It's fine. I got it
Okay.
in the reverse.
No
Don't worry,
worries.
I'm
So each of you slowly makes your way in, disappearing in through the door into the test of isolation. Okay.
And I'll still have my little gadget up as well, so that's for an hour.
Fair enough.
Oh god.
Oh.
You guys.
Oh, God.
here- one second. Your surroundings vanish in a flurry of snow and ice. When your vision clears, you find yourself standing at the edge or in the middle of a camp under a clearer sky. All the warriors of the camp appear to be sharpening their weapons. There is a woman here that seems to be sharpening a blade of some sort. Next to her, I'm going to say pet saber-toothed tiger would be the best way of putting it.
Of course, yes.
Cool.
As this is going on, and they all take note of you in the moment, and they do spot you. And then she says, "Ha! Oriel has blessed us," she shouts to every other warrior in earshot. "The Frostmaiden has sent emissaries to our camp to watch while we complete our mission."
Yep.
Oh, that's like,
We're doing-
Darvin pantomimes locking his mouth and throwing the key away because the last time he spoke up in the situation, we got into a big fight.
She wanders over, her tiger following behind. "It is good to see more of the Frostmaiden's people. It has been some time. She must have known you were needed now."
Yep.
Yeah.
Just bleeding, covered in blood. Everyone's like,
Yep. That's it. That's what happened. So let's get to watching you.
And she goes,
We take a short rest? Question mark.
"Your
Whilst we're watching, of course.
it looks like your trials are hard work this time." She sort of takes in your presence of some of you.
This time?
There have been others before you. You are not the first. And I hope never the last.
And what is this trial? Can you explain to us?
We will be going out. We were going to attack the nearby elk tribe.
Oh no.
You will maintain our camp. Make sure it is still here when we return.
Okay.
Okay, house sitting. I can do that.
We are just letting 2 genocides happen right now of 2 people who don't.
We prevented one genocide.
No, we just killed a whole clan.
No, they were just the warriors.
Yeah, that wasn't the whole clan.
But yeah, you see,
Just the leader and all the men.
Over the next hour and a half, you watch the entire camp, basically of warriors, pack up, ready to leave. And basically,
Watching that hour is
yeah, go ahead. As this hour goes down, yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just going to say, does that count as a rest? But
if you wish to be resting, if that makes sense, but that's up to you on that
Yeah,
one.
we just
Absolutely,
sit next to the fire.
Yeah,
I would love to rest.
Yeah, definitely. You can definitely do it. They're not asking you to do anything. They're just literally telling you that you're going to watch the camp.
This trial. Yeah, this trial's
nice.
good. It's a good one.
All right, Darvin is going to reach into his pack, and pull out some spices and just say, all right, if anybody's got any, rations that you want me to kind of zhuzh up for you, I can make them taste a lot better if you're looking to snack there in this too.
Do temporary
thank
hit
you.
do temporary hit points stay after a short rest? No.
No.
I don't think so. Goodbye, 13 temporary hit points.
Oh, I've just lost my bloody thing as well.
Oh, I forgot short rest.
Oh,
Nothing.
bloody.
How did you get 13 temporary hit points?
Everyone gave me like loads of temporary hit points.
They don't.
No,
you
they
and
don't
Chris.
stack.
Stack.
Oh, do they not? Oh,
No,
well,
you keep
I-
the highest.
I only had like the highest was 11, so I
Yeah,
would.
don't worry. I don't think it affected anything in that.
The
respect.
the one attack that hit me after that was like a 2. I'm pretty sure, so it didn't. it wouldn't
Okay,
have
so
changed.
nobody wanted me to do anything.
Oh, Darvin, of course. Here,
Yeah.
and I give you like my beef jerky.
All right.
I'm happy for you to cook up something with that for me. Yeah, that would be lovely. You're the best darn cook ever.
I just put a little bit of like paprika.
Come
Well,
on,
he's
what
got-
else do you do?
I reckon.
And,
I reckon we were going to might have to retcon that Darvin has that. What is it? That spice spout pouch that you can the magic, the common magical item of the spice pouch or something, so you can do some of that stuff.
Anyway, so anybody, anybody who did that, do I roll for this, James, or does everyone else?
No, you roll. You can roll for him. I suppose for that one.
Everybody, it's 3 extra hit points.
Very nice. So yeah, at the end of the hour, the lady comes back and everyone is packed up and ready to go, and they say, "We will see you after the fight."
Hey, good luck.
At some time during the hour, can I walk up to Darvin and say, "Hey, have you noticed how Triss compliments you? I think she likes you."
You know what? I didn't want to mention it, but honestly, it does make me a little uncomfortable. I mean, she's young enough to be my daughter.
Chris, having hearing like a normal person, will say, "No, Darvin's not exactly my type."
Fair enough. So yes, at the end of the hour, as all that is going on, and you're having those discussions, the tribe slowly sets out and makes their way away, leaving you guys in their camp. Guy can go as well.
As they're a good distance away, Arion will start looking around the tents and just try and find the comfiest looking one.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, no worries at all. Yeah. I mean, definitely this one at the far here, it seems to be the leader's one. When you do have a look around, that one looks like way the most comfy of the month.
100% taking that one.
Fair enough.
As this one is called Isolation, I recommend us all sticking together, because I'm assuming if one of us gets away from each other, then something bad could happen. I don't know what's happening anymore. We're doing these stupid ass trials.
Let's find out.
Fair enough.
Hey, Linus, why don't you ask the professor where we are? Did we go really far away like we did last time?
Oh, good plan. I will pull out the professor.
No problem. Yeah, he says you are 256 nautical miles from Grimskala, off on the ice coast. But yeah, he says that you are definitely still in the north.
Okay.
So yeah, what do you guys get up to on the first day as this
First
as this
day?
going on?
Oh God.
We're gonna do it for the rest of our lives.
Chris would just be busily tinkering with the gun and making sure everything works properly with her trumpet and flamethrower.
Fair enough.
And she's probably gonna let curiosity get the better of her and search the tents for like bits and bobs. See what they got.
Yeah, you definitely can. You can make an investigation check of some of the tents. That's no problem.
I mean, if anyone else wants to do that as well, I'll go around with them.
Yeah, fair enough. The only thing that will definitely happen, Triss, is you do go around and you do visit each of the tents. When you get to the one that Arion's in, he's not in it.
Oh,
shit.
Oh, crap.
Drew! It's always you!
So everybody, obviously this has taken me aback.
Yes,
It's
fair
probably
enough.
the first tent I went to. Arion's gone. He's gone. He's not here. He's gone.
Don't go into the tents. Let's stick together.
Yeah, maybe we should listen to me for once.
Oh, was that after
No,
the first day?
Sorry, say again, Drew?
Was that after the first day? Did you say?
Yeah, this is in the first day. Yes, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so when you
we have
when you
one rested.
when you disappeared into the tent and started doing that for a bit, when they actually go to check on you during that first day, you are not there. Yeah.
Well,
Everyone fan out and look for him. That's what
No.
we need to do.
No. He's
to be honest, Triss and Aaron might be onto something slightly. I mean, the name of this trial is isolation. If we are together, we aren't isolated. Therefore, how can we complete the task? I'm sure Arion is completing his task because he is isolated from us.
He is
Counterpoint,
lounging around
though.
in a fur throw somewhere.
Counterpoint.
No.
Us being isolated in this camp is also
Yes.
isolation.
That's what I'm thinking.
Catch off from the rest of the world.
Yeah, she did imply looking after this camp was what the leader of this group thought your test was. Yes.
Both have merit. I don't know. I don't know if it's good for us all maybe to split up, but we could all go look for Arion together, so nothing like this happens again.
As
Need
long as
to-
we stay in the camp, then yeah.
I propose we maybe tie ourselves together.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's actually a good job,
let's go with
Chris.
that.
The surprise.
That was not
Wow.
top of my class for no
Wow.
reason. In every subject there is.
Apart from magic.
Fuck off.
Wow. Yeah. Whoosh.
You
Whoosh.
don't even hear Arion. I shout to the sky.
Fair enough.
Shake
So
a
you guys
fist.
do tie yourselves together. You go looking for him, or do you stay in the camp? What happens?
I'd stay in the camp, but
Mhm.
yeah.
Otherwise, we can't complete our task.
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah. You stay within the within the tank within the camp area. Yeah. The time passes. Evening comes. How are you going to? What are you going to do for nights?
We'll have to take it in shifts to stay to take watch, I'd imagine, yeah, guys. But I don't think. I don't know. We're gonna have to untie each other, go to the toilet and stuff, right? I don't really want everyone wake up and shuffle around every time someone wakes up in the middle of the night for a week.
Maybe we could have like a second rope, and then like that rope can like lead farther away, and like so you untie
We're
yourself
still
from the
attached
rope,
to us.
and then you tie the second rope to one of us, and then you go like, off and you do whatever it is you got to do, and then you follow the rope back, and then you're still attached, right?
Darvin, that is such a good idea.
Oh.
Or we are a group and we stick together even when we go to, do our private stuff. I guess you can turn away or something.
Linus is going to be making a tiny hut whilst this is all talking, because he doesn't trust people sleeping in a tent.
Buddy.
So we'll make a little hut.
No worries. You can definitely make the hut.
Darvin's gonna go to the tent that Arion was in. He's not gonna go into it, but he's gonna look around it to see if there are any tracks leading away or anything.
Sure, absolutely. Make a survival or perception, whichever one you feel.
He is trained in perception. He's not trained in survival. Oh, he's trained in survival. We'll do perception.
Pop it here so we get the fire just outside of it.
We might not want to go into that tiny hut.
13. With 13, there are tracks around, but you can't make out whose or why, if that makes sense. There's certainly a fair bunch leading off away from the camp.
Yeah. And Darvin will say just as much, be like, I can't make head or tails over whose footprints belong to whose. I thought maybe, Arians would look different, but I'm sorry. This isn't what I do.
Trish kind of wells up a little bit and she goes, Leandra, she would have known.
Oof.
Actually, I'm pretty good at the survival stuff. But did you say, would Ashe have told Linus not to make a hut?
No, this is me thinking. Ashe doesn't know much about your magic stuff, but I don't know. Going into that hut might count as a different isolation, like the tent.
I'm guessing Darvin's seen Linus do this and welcomes the hut as soon as he sees it and goes, "Oh no, thank the God, so I can finally take a rest." Oh, the dog's been walking this entire time.
Where were those footprints at Darvin? I'll give those a quick look myself and see if I can.
Does a tiny hut turn into an igloo over time?
Sure, it does.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because obviously the snow would fall on top, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna survival the footprints.
Yeah, definitely you can. Yeah.
Darvin points to where he. Yes.
Oh no.
Mother.
Yeah, no. Unfortunately, no better luck than Darvin did with that. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
You need to stay in the hut as well, otherwise it disappears.
Oh yeah.
That's very valid. That is very valid. So,
Okay.
we'll ignore it anyway on that one. So you guys taking different watches, going to be sleeping through the night? Is that basically the way this is playing out as things go?
Yeah.
Linus would have peed before he made the hut. Just.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, so throughout the night then, can everybody make me a perception check, please? And I'm assuming you're all in the hut.
God fucking damn it.
Okay.
I'm guessing that Linus and Triss were busy chatting. Look at us.
Probably.
You probably were, but at some point in the night, when you guys do wake up shivering and cold, it's because Linus is no longer there.
Oh,
What? James, do we get a long rest?
Whoop. You do. This is happening at the end of your long rest.
Yes!
Would I have got the long rest before I disappeared?
Maybe.
Okay. God damn it.
Okay.
Shit.
Day 2. What do you guys do?
But we were tied together, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's just an empty space where a small Linus would be.
Oh no, we're gonna have to stay awake. We're gonna have to take exhaustion, aren't we? Okay, everyone, back to back.
We were all up and watching, right?
Well, no, you can't get an 8-hour rest being all up and wake and watch. But whoever was on watch at the time, when they looked round, Linus was gone.
Oh. Yeah, Darvin. definitely you, not me.
It is terrible.
Well, I mean, it's called isolation. And I mean, maybe Linus had a point. Maybe we have to separate to do this. The other one was called preservation. We had to, make sure that kid was okay.
But the lady said to protect the camp while they were gone. That was the test. That's what she said.
Really cheery.
It does seem a bit. Yeah. Should we make this less cheery? Let's change that to something a little.
All my friends are gone.
On that front.
Please.
Yeah. Let's go to something a little bit more sinister for the time.
Well, I don't have anything cheery right now, but okay.
So yes, sorry. Day 2. What do you guys get up to? Those that are left.
With Linus gone, Triss, I'm gonna defer to you. You got the brains here. What do you want to do?
Also smarter than Linus, but okay.
My degree says otherwise.
Wow. There you go.
That's what Linus
He
says.
says from nowhere.
Hey,
Linus, you're not
Hang
even
on.
here.
I have a degree, and I'm probably not smarter than Jamie, so...
No,
Degrees
Linus.
mean nothing.
It's true.
I was talking about Linus's degree. I wasn't saying about
I
me.
know, but I'm proving a point, saying a degree does not mean anything.
That's true. That is true.
When I was doing my undergrad, one of my friends was doing a fashion degree, and one of the lecturers had a PhD in sunglasses. So
Of course.
Of course.
degree doesn't mean everything.
A doctor of
That seems
sunglasses.
like
Literal PhD in sunglasses.
Oh man.
I think I should have taken
Amazing.
this. They would have done better in university.
Whoops.
Anyway, back to where we were. What happens during day 2? What choices different are you making?
There's nothing we can. We're gonna have to stay awake. This is the thing. I think we're gonna have to stay awake. Arion went to go to have a lie down in the tent. He fell asleep. We all went to sleep last night. Someone else disappeared. I think we're gonna have to stay awake all night, which is gonna be terribly hard because there's nothing else to do. We'll have to play dice or something. Someone
get some
burped.
songs together.
We could, and I love singing songs, but perhaps not for 24 hours.
100 nights I built was a beer on the wall.
Fair enough. So if I get this straight, then you guys try and go through the second night without rest. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to boil some. Oh no, we don't even have to boil some water because Darvin's got all the water.
Yeah, you got the jug. Yeah, that's very valid.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's like a once a day thing. You want me to use the days to do the water then?
I thought it was once a day for each thing.
Oh, is it? Hang on.
I'm not sure. No, I think you do. Yeah, I think it has a limit on how much it can produce, but I don't know per thing.
It's got a limit. Yeah, it's definitely got a limit on the things it can produce. There we go. See. Oh, I can't produce a different one. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, I use one.
But then
action
the
to name
water is
one.
water's 8 gallons. I mean, we're gonna be okay.
Yeah, 100%. So you guys, you stay awake throughout the night. Is that how it goes? You just force yourselves pushing through.
Yeah, we just idly chit chat and try and keep each other. Everyone, if they're falling asleep, just push them awake.
Sure.
I love how you phrased that, James. Is that really what you do?
No, fair enough. So everybody take a point of exhaustion for the morning, but the morning will come.
Just got done being exhausted.
Sorry.
Yeah, I know. Yep.
I was so stoked to
Is there a
not
way
have
to-
that anymore.
Is there a way to put that on?
Yes, sorry. The convenient effects, the little hand with the sparkles on it on the left-hand side.
Yes. Okay.
Convenient effects, and then find exhaustion or search exhaustion, and then you can add it on that front. No problem. Just add it the once, Seb. Sorry, you accidentally did it twice.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
I feel
third day,
shattered.
The third day arrives. Yeah, you How do you spend it?
Right, we're all still here, right?
Yeah, you're all still here the next morning. Yeah, I mean, you had to go in one of the tents to keep warm overnight, but yeah, you did. You did
My
make it.
hypothesis is correct then. But how long can we do this? I feel like shit.
That's fair enough.
Alright, we need to keep active, so we do some exercises, like jumping jacks. I don't know how to exercise. Ash will have to take the lead on this, I think.
No worries.
Okay.
I
do like 80, and you're just like on the second one, like.
No worries. Do you go for the same plan again for another night?
My God, I don't know if we're gonna have to.
I'm assuming we'll have to do some sort of save to not fall asleep for the second night in a row.
Well,
I mean, looking at fire makes you extremely sleepy. I don't know if this can go on.
So yeah, everybody can roll a con save to see if they can keep themselves awake for another night. Push through a second one.
Shit.
Oh, gosh, not so much.
We don't have disadvantage on saves, right? It's just ability to check with exhaustion.
Yeah, I believe it's just checks, yes. So Ashe and Juniper, you will fail.
I will try and use Ashe as Ashe drifts off. I will sort of smack her in the face and say, "Stay awake!" And I use my flash of inspiration to give her 5 on top of that, so it's 14 instead of 9.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't know if that's still enough, but
no worries. And then I need all 4 of you to make a perception check, please.
At disadvantage because we're tired.
But my perception's so high. But I'm so tired.
Okay, so those that managed, the 3 of you that managed to push through the night, you take.
I'll do it once more, and I'll say to Juniper, "Look with your eyes, Juniper." And I'll give it another 5 on top of that.
I was looking with my fingers.
You're like, I'm not. Juniper's looking around with her eyes closed.
No, fair enough.
Because I did that, I failed myself.
Yes, fair on that one. So yeah, as that all goes down, so yeah, coming through, the 3 of you that didn't sleep at all, you have another point of exhaustion. Juniper, you managed to get some sleep, so you do not. But you are all there the next morning.
I can't go on doing this.
Day 4. You're on day 4.
Do I get rid of the point of exhaustion now I have slept?
Yeah.
If you add the second level to you, the first level will automatically go away.
Maybe just one person needs to be awake the entire night. So if we all sleep, Juniper can just stay awake. As Ashe is talking, I imagine she's like dozing off slowly.
I can't go. I'm so tired. I'm just so tired. You know, like when you don't sleep, you like get drunk, and I don't really know what's going on anymore.
After 3 days, it's very bad.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you start
48 hours in, we are all not doing great.
Fair enough.
I just need a little nappy
nap.
And just
So
a little one by the fire.
As the 4th day plays out, then eventually sleep is being given into again at some point. So everybody, just make a perception roll.
So Juniper's staying awake and we're sleeping,
Sure.
right?
If Juniper's going to try and pull that off, that's no problem.
What am I doing? Sleeping. Perception, I mean.
Okay. As you wake up at the morning of the 5th day, there is no Triss.
Oh no, I'm gone. But I am sleeping. I am sleeping now.
So we slept though?
You did sleep, yes, yeah.
Long rest, okay.
So that gets you back to 1 point of exhaustion instead of 2. Yeah, day 5, Juniper, Darvin, and Ashe. You are what's left.
What is going on here?
Juniper is extremely distraught that you're best friends.
Juniper has an exhaustion point now as well, because she stayed up.
Oh,
Yes, you do, yeah.
Ah, we're just back to the beginning. Screw it. Like, clearly our plans aren't working. We may as well just all fall asleep. Just ride out the night.
Yeah, so the fifth one, you're gonna just sleep through.
Maybe you guys were right. Maybe we were just meant to fall asleep and we'd be isolated, I guess, in our own minds. Wait.
I mean, I don't know. Like, this is a trial, right? I think the hard part is not to, like, walk away, but to, like, stay awake and to, you know, stay together. I think that's something.
But what does that have to do with isolation, though? I mean, you fall asleep and you become, like, and you go away? I wish Linus was here. I don't understand what's happening.
I don't think Linus would know either, to be honest.
Yeah, well, he'd have a hell of a lot more idea than me. Or you. Shut up.
Fair
You
enough.
know what? I think we should just all sleep and just... What happens, happens. Clearly we've done something wrong, and we may as well just sleep.
So yes, on the fifth night, then you're just gonna sleep through normally, or are you going to try something?
I will try to stay awake again.
Okay, fair enough. The other two, you can sleep through. Everybody, make a perception check, please, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, you wake up on the morning of the 6th, and Ashe is missing.
What is going on?
Oh, this is weird.
I mean, I get why maybe like you get left behind, you know, like you got your ice stuff going on. Maybe you're somehow, you know, like you remind the trials of the druid person. But why am I still here out of everybody?
Yep, you have these arguments for a few hours into the day, I'm assuming.
Juniper, what should we do? Do you have any ideas? If it's not something to cook or something to hit, I'm useless.
No, we need to stay here in the camp. That was the thing.
All right. Fine.
I don't know what to do.
I mean, maybe we can follow the people who left this place. You know, they were here. They went off. Maybe we just go where they went.
I was thinking about that. I'm not sure if that's the way to go.
What do you do, guys? Yeah, it's down to you two now. What happens in this 6th day?
I guess I'll stay put.
Darvin?
Darvin.
Oh, choices.
He is trained in reception in religion because he was a part of the Little Lads Club, which is like Boy Scouts but in Dungeons and Dragons. The little Lord Lads actually is what it was. His ex-wife put him into the program to make him more refined. Thing is that he was in it as an adult while everyone else was like, 8.
Oh no.
Yeah, he wanted to try to make him better and it didn't work. Anyway, but he's trained in religion because of it. So he's gonna see if maybe is there like a religious significance to isolation.
You can make a roll on that if you wish. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
it's gonna be high. It's gotta be good.
Yeah, no.
No, fair enough. Yeah, it doesn't. It's not your forte and it's not your religion, so it's not quite there for you.
All right,
Actions.
Juniper.
What did they do? Yeah.
Juniper, I think that if we go to sleep, that you're gonna wake up alone. I mean, I feel like you're the special one here. So, just if I go away, just promise me you don't stay here. I don't feel like this is where we need to be. Follow those people that left. Go get help. Make sure that you're okay. All right. I'll feel better if you're taking care of yourself.
So you wait the day out? Is that the way this works?
Yeah, and I guess I'll go to sleep as well.
Oh, fair enough. Well, before that happens, other things happen first. So yes, you guys, this gets quite late towards the evening, but you do start to see people on the horizon, and they slowly trudge towards you for after a while. And when they get much closer, you can see your friends are amongst them.
Hey, where were you all the time?
And yes, they come forward, bringing you with the tiger, etc. And they seem to have like large haunches of elk meat and a few other bits and bobs with them. Some of them look bloodied and battered, but your friends look reasonable. They look like you left them.
Where were we? Do we know?
You don't know for certain, but you found yourselves wandering around aimlessly in the snows, and then these people started picking you up. So it's sort of like, as to why, you don't know.
Just runs to Juniper and gives her the biggest hug. I'm so glad you're alive.
I'm so exhausted, but I'm so happy you're here.
I thought I was dead, and I thought you were dead, and I thought everyone was gone, but we were okay now.
Fair enough.
I had the best time.
Somebody want to fill us in on what just happened? Because I got no clue.
As you're saying that, Darvin, the snows around you pick up, and you are whisked back to a familiar place. Not that one, that one.
Oh no! It chucked us outside.
Yes, no. You need to go to the actual one. So give it a moment.
Oh no! Does Juniper still have 2 levels of exhaustion?
We will find out in a mo.
That trial was actually awesome for Darvin. He got his rages back, he got his hit points back, he got his exhaustion gone.
But yes, you guys all appear back. Juniper, you are as exhausted as you look.
Yeah, I imagined something like that. Okay.
What is... I just come on, let's just get to the next...
Jimmy, you look so tired.
Yeah, I'm really exhausted.
Did that really happen? Were we in there like as long as we thought we were, or like?
Was that the walrus guy?
Did I get a long rest?
You did get a long rest in there, yes.
Okay.
Mr. Walrus.
Nice.
Hello, you're back.
Dolores?
How long were we there?
You've been a couple of hours. Did it go okay?
How long until the druid returns? Just out of curiosity.
From what you guys have been told, you thought she would be gone for most of an evening, so 8 hours.
I don't know. Any hints of the next one? This one up here? Or
the two that are left are endurance and cruelty.
They both sound delightful.
Linus is gonna look at Juniper, who probably looks fucking shattered, and is like, I don't know if we can all do endurance right now.
No, let's save endurance. Maybe we'll luck out and go to sleep again in the other one. Let's not do endurance right now.
You want to do misery, was it?
You want to sleep during cruelty?
I don't want to do any of them. But
yeah, this seems terrible.
Which one's cruelty? Sorry.
Cruelty is this one over on this side.
Oh, let's just go here then. Right, because we might be lucky enough to have a nap again. And Junie can
As he slides by, good luck. It's going to be horrible.
Thanks.
Whee!
Oh, did you have to say that, Mr. Walrus?
Yay!
Okay.
Is everyone ready?
No.
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 So you're going for the test of cruelty. Okay, so everybody moves over. Oof.
This is just going to be Arion dumping on Triss over and over again about no magic. You're useless! You're worthless! You know that?
We get to insult each other in a circle, that's it.
You can't even make a magic without stuff to help you.
Prestidigitation. Ah.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Your surroundings vanish in a flurry of snow and ice, and when your vision clears, you find yourself standing in the middle of a tent. Tents holding fast against a raging blizzard. As you appear, you can see ahead of you there seems to be a large individual looking over 3 elderly people and some sort of shaman behind them, and they seem to be talking, and they look up and see emissaries of the Frostmaiden. My gods.
Yes.
Perhaps? Oh.
No, we are,
Oh,
Triss.
no.
Just come on, we've learned this now.
What are you doing here in our time of need?
What do you need?
Food. Desperately food.
Ah,
Also,
Darvin! You're really good at that.
I mean, I got some. And like I step forward and I produce the, what do you call it? The alchemy jug. And I say, let's see.
How much soup can that make?
Wait,
Yeah,
wait.
the three people that are literally on their knees in front of him look round and like, oh my god, you guys might be their saviors right now.
You can make 2 gallons of mayonnaise. That's
Very calorific, yeah.
I'm trying to decide
Like
what's
the
better, honey or mayonnaise. I'm guessing mayonnaise.
No,
Can you
mayonnaise,
make
yeah.
soup in the alchemy jug,
Wait,
or does
this,
it have to
this
be like
is a
one
test of
ingredient?
cruelty, right?
Yes.
Make them eat 2 gallons of mayonnaise. Come on.
Oh wait, maybe we put them out of their misery.
Yeah, so Darvin will step forward and he'll
Mayonnaise or
he'll open the alchemy jug and he'll like mayonnaise into it, and like it fills up with mayonnaise, and I'll say, I mean, it, not much else to go with it, but I mean it'll fill you up probably.
Yeah. How much can it make?
It can make 2 gallons.
Okay.
Gallons of mayonnaise. Fucking no.
He's like, by the gods, you may have saved us this day. And you can see that these people, the stronger ones, are running up to wherever you got this, wherever you got this drug, and they are taking sections out of the mayonnaise as quick as they can.
Can we chop up some of the rations and mix it in to give it a
rations too?
mayonnaise?
Anything you've got. We're starving
now
here.
We also need more rations, okay?
And it's at this point he says, "We were about to kill these 3 for food, for Christ's sake."
Well, yes, have my rations.
Well, I'm glad we got here.
Wait, Junie, don't you have something you can literally fill people up? Oh, you're muted, Junie. I can't hear you.
Have I been mute? No, I'm not muted.
No. Maybe it was like a delay or something.
Yeah. Oh, should we tell these people that? Won't they?
I mean, just do it. What's it gonna do?
Are you guys with the Frostmaiden? Do you worship the Frostmaiden? I can't remember her name. Majilnir.
Oral. Yeah, sorry.
Oral.
Chilnir? What?
We don't.
Very close to oral.
We recognize you as from her, but my God, we didn't know that she felt that our people needed saving. We were at our wits' end. We were desperate.
This was an independent choice.
And
just take the mayonnaise, take the rations, don't eat people. That's a bit crazy. And Junie, can you just make them some berries just to fill them up?
Okay. I'll spend. How many people are there?
There must be 20, 25.
Okay, I'll spend 3 first level spell slots to make 30 good berries and pass 1 around to everyone.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, you do. They all eat, and it's the first proper nourishment in days. The thanks that this group give you is unbelievable. They are eternally grateful.
It's just like, this isn't bad at all. This is brilliant. We've done good.
Darvin, the only thing, the guy that he eventually tells you his name is Gunvald, he does ask you, he says, how attached to that jug are you? It could really be the difference between, I know your friend has helped here, but it could be the difference between life and death for us in the long run if these blizzards keep coming.
Oh, I mean, if your people need it, I mean, yeah, sure, of course, you guys have it. Just give you a heads up. You could say honey, mayonnaise, vinegar probably won't be the best for keeping you nourished, but I mean you could use it, I guess. Water, makes a whole lot of water. But yeah, no, here you absolutely take it.
Whoa.
You are truly amazing. Thank you.
I look at Ashe and I look at everyone else and I'm like, I just picked this up. I wouldn't really call this one, something that the Frostmaiden did. This is more just something like I grabbed. So this is just more of a you thing. This is just It's
the human kindness thing, right? Like,
yeah, you'll always be remembered. Thank you. This may be the difference for keeping us.
I'd stick to whilst you're really hungry, I'd stick to mayonnaise because it's got a higher calorie content, which will help you get going longer. But maybe a couple of days, maybe if you've got food, to add honey into the mix as well to keep it a bit different, or you're just gonna get sick.
If the blizzard passes in time, we may have a chance. Thank you. We were pretty desperate there. We were pretty desperate. At that point, your vision begins to swirl as the snows will erupt and you guys will disappear from this map.
Hey, I liked that one. That one was great.
I mean, that sacrifice was really, really good, and I can make you an alchemic jug if you want.
Fair enough. As you guys reappear in the space, 1 second.
I want to know if all these things are real.
I have a feeling we did that wrong and something bad.
Yeah, horrendous ice appears in the room around you, like a whirlwind of cold. You each will. Well, first of all, you can make a dex save if you would like, which I'm assuming you will.
Is this something we can see? Because I have advantage on those.
Is it something what?
Is it something we can see? Because I have advantage on those.
You can. Yeah, you can see this is happening.
Everyone in 10 feet will get +3.
Nice.
That's quite quick.
I dive onto Juniper and go duck, and they give you an extra 5 as well, so you're at 15.
Nice.
16.
So the DC is 15. For those that are above it, you will take 53 points of cold damage.
Oh my god! I'm dead.
Those that made it, they will only take half.
Oh,
half of 53.
Oh, 53 is the ones that failed, right? Okay.
Yeah, 53 is the ones that failed. Yeah.
100 points of damage.
No.
Die.
So 20. So 27 then.
Okay.
Is everyone okay?
Darvin looks fucking terrible.
Yeah, so do I.
So does Arion.
Does James? It's up to you. I'm completely fine with you saying no, but does that count as anything?
It would normally, but you're in a room where
I imagine because it's something that it came out of nowhere, so I imagine.
Yeah, it's if it was something that came from a direction, I would give you a chance.
Yeah,
in this particular case, it's not so much.
Oh, no, I'm still up. It doesn't.
Yeah,
change
no, I
anything.
understand.
Perhaps we should try to, take a little rest with the walrus over there. Just take a
No,
little
I don't
breather.
I don't think we have time.
Well, if we failed it, then we won't be able to get.
Can we go?
Yeah.
Can we go back in?
You don't
What
know. You haven't tried.
What? Wait.
So
ask
does
the
that
walrus.
mean that we failed?
I love it.
Linus's hand, cast precipitation, and his hands become little heaters, and just place them on Darvin's lower back as a little warmer to try and keep him warm.
I'm sorry that I messed that up for everyone. I didn't mean to do.
No, you were a good person, and that's what matters most.
This is what I'm wondering though. If we failed it and we go back in, does it restart? That would then clarify whether or not these things are real.
Or do we just walk in and just take the jug off them and go, and then leave? Yeah.
Ooh, wow. It's interesting.
Is that not that I would like to do that? Is that what the Frostmaiden wanted us to do?
Well, it was called the test of cruelty.
Mr. Walrus,
Hello, you're back.
does a huge cold blast usually happen in this one when we come out of it?
I've heard of them having cold blasts. Yes.
Good sign or
Not just
bad
this
sign?
one. I think it's usually a sign that things didn't go well.
Oh,
But have we passed or failed?
I've seen people go through the doors after coming back from that, as long as they survive.
Oh God! Thank God. Let's just get on with it then. This is the test of endurance.
Ash takes
all
a
of these
huge
tests.
deep breath and heals.
Have we passed
What was
this
that
test
green
now?
person? Say again, as he slides over to you.
We've done all these tests now. Is the test of endurance doing these tests? Because it's been a test of endurance. I tell you.
But the true endurance is laying on here with your belly and flying across. Whee!
Ash walks past Trace like, this guy. This is so useless.
But he said the test is to go on your belly and slide. I try it.
The ultimate test.
Ow! I don't think I got the hang of it, Mr. Walrus.
It takes time. You have to learn the skills to be a master.
That's why it's the test of endurance, I see.
Mm.
But just to be on the safe side, though, Mr. Walrus, I'm going to go and do this trial and see if it's any different.
We'll see you soon.
Keep shutting the doors. Oh, God damn it! I was on the door picture, so...
Oh, it's locked. I can't get in.
No, it's alright. I've opened it for you now.
Thank you.
What the hell?
Zoom.
Just give everybody a heads up. Darvin's at 12 HP.
Oof.
So
Yeah,
if we're doing an endurance thing, this is going to be bad for him. But he has looked terrible, but we're still going, so he's just following dutifully along.
Linus would have probably seen that and would have handed you a potion of healing.
Okay, thank you.
Well, I mean, we're all pretty fucked.
Yeah.
I know, but
I mean-
Darvin is Linus' favourite, so he gets one.
Juniper is gonna pop 10 good berries in her hands and spend her last first level spell slot.
Yeah.
You're going to be pretty full. 10 good berries.
I mean, if you just eat them all at once, you don't notice it.
Until your
You just
body...
go really full.
Fair
explode.
enough.
Yeah,
The walrus, as you guys are starting to disappear through the thing, I'll see you in a few days. As you start disappearing through the thing.
Days!
A few what?
As you disappear into the space. Right. Okie dokie. You make your way to the test of endurance.
I knew we should have killed those people.
We could have used them for food.
Right, should we just kill this person straight away?
Your surroundings vanish in a flurry of snow and ice. Your vision clears. You find yourself standing with a bunch of people that seem to be already on the march. As as you look around at this a little more, 1 second, let me find the little sheet on this one. Make sure I'm on the right bit.
How exhausted are you, Juniper?
2 levels.
Oh my god.
Oh,
And this involves walking, and she's got half speed. So Triss is going to be holding on to Juniper just in case, and help her if she needs it.
Fair enough. Yeah, he calls out to you guys. This guy that's standing in amongst him calls out and he says, "Look, everyone! The Frostmaiden sends more of her emissaries. Are we stronger than them? We will endure."
Oh shit.
Why does it got to be a contest? Can't we?
Yeah.
It seems to be what your mistress wants. She sends this weather this way. We must trek and survive the trek.
Oh.
I mean,
we head south.
Is she your mistress, too?
No, but she has sent others like you before in times of harshness.
Insight check.
You certainly can make an insight check.
We just walk with you?
And he seems to be implying it. Oh no!
Come on then.
He's hard to read, Darvin.
He's lying. He's totally in bed with the Frostmaiden. I knew it.
So, do we just have to be better than them, or do we have to last a certain amount of time?
You're not sure.
I mean,
They look like they appear to be trudging south, and they seem to be expecting you to join.
Where's your destination? Where are you trying to get to?
7 days south. We believe
God.
we will find our old camp still intact.
James, I just realised I got resistance to ice, so do I take half of the half damage?
Half of the half. Well, maybe you might. Yeah, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah,
I mean the blizzard that hit us earlier.
Oh yes, yeah, definitely for that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm also resistant to cold. Good at
yeah, definitely. Yeah. If your resistances count, you gotta make it. You gotta use them. Yeah.
That's what I was just thinking. I was like, oh, it's fine. I got resistance to cold, and I was like, oh my god, I got resistance to cold.
No problem. Worst blizzard you guys have ever seen in your lives. It seems to be in front of you, and these people are literally going to be trying to push through it. The hours
Should we
of
be
March,
as spread out as we are?
Yeah,
Should
the
we be
hours of
closer
March
together?
will begin unless you guys decide not to join them. Is the question.
I don't fancy getting hit by a blizzard again. That's
Nope.
Yeah, I'm gonna prestidigitate my jacket so that it is warm for an hour.
That makes sense.
I'm gonna
Everyone stick together this time. Just
I'm
stick.
gonna help Juniper walk at
Yeah,
like a normal speed, I guess.
I will wild shape into an X beak, so at least I'm walking a little bit at like an acceptable pace.
So Triss has got her arm around Juniper, like trying to hobble her on, and she turns into this gigantic beak.
I'll just goes up with it.
Yeah, Triss just looks up and goes, "Yeah, well, that would work. Yeah, I guess so."
How deep is the snow?
It's,
Oh, no.
It's getting up to sort of waist height even on the biggest.
Okay,
Waist height
Darvin.
for who?
Yeah, waist height for Linus. It would be way up his up Linus's chest at this point.
Right.
Can like Juniper like grab Linus by like the scruff of his neck and like throw him on like her back?
Thank you.
Yeah, you wild shape with the saddle on your back, look.
Yeah, I mean my wild shape has a saddle, so I'm assuming.
Yeah, like
Thank
you're big
you.
enough for it, yeah.
Okay, so yes, you guys, I guess, begin the trudge. The hours will pass as time goes.
Darvin is going to get in front of the group so that he can kind of walk through the snow to make like a path for them to go through easier.
Fair enough, yeah. I mean, with the heavy snows and the wind, it is very hard going, Darvin. But yeah, you do push ahead and in front of them all in that respect. This goes on for 8-9 hours of trek. It's at this point that the leader of the group says, "If we stop, we are all dead. We must push.
Oh.
We must push on. And he seems to be suggesting that you're just going to keep going. Or
Hey,
they certainly are going to try.
We got a tiny hut. We can.
Right.
Yeah, you do. You do have a tiny hut. You could stop. They're not stopping.
We right.
But
Darvin, how far away are we from these people, Jen?
It's
Are
up
we
to you.
within
You can,
together?
You're within the group at the moment, but you don't have to be. You can just let them go, let them drift ahead and away.
If I was to whisper, would they hear?
No, you can definitely have space for that to be fine.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to
There's
whisper.
also a blizzard here.
Yeah. I'm going to whisper to... Arion.
This is something immoral then. Yeah.
And say, this is an endurance test and we need to outlast these guys. I suggest we kill them.
Why do you always come to me with these suggestions?
Because the others are nice. I know you're a criminal. Like, come on.
I'm not a criminal.
You are a criminal. We all know.
We've been through this. He's not a criminal.
Literally not.
Yeah, but you know, you're the. I mean, the rest.
You could have gone with
Nice.
anything else. You could have been like, you would understand, or something like that. Like, you're a criminal. We all know it.
Last time
my
Ashe
God.
went to area
You're
with
the-
something immoral, Elfie ended up ripped in half.
No, whoa, Elfie
Yeah, but that was
suggested that. Hang
my
on.
fault.
Yeah,
but
Elfie
the
suggested
context
that,
of
not
the
Ashe.
last time this kind of scheming happened.
This is the way Ash's brain is working. We just need to outlast these people. We could just kill them and outlast them.
You could.
He just looks at you like really judgmentally and kind of disapprovingly.
I don't care. Like, this is like 7 days of walking. We could literally die of exhaustion.
As could they.
But if we, this is me talking to Linus, if we went into a tiny hut and they carried on, it doesn't mean we haven't outlasted them, it just means that we're behind, doesn't it? So surely our endurance still goes.
True. We need to find out from them whether or not anyone has actually completed that any of the embassies from the Frostmaiden has actually completed this trial. Because if it's to do the 7 days that they have done 7 days with them before and then they disappeared, then we know it's a 7 days thing. If they have still been going but the others died, then we have to outlast them.
But I've read that if you don't sleep for 5 days, you literally die.
That is that is true, and some of us are a little bit more exhausted than others.
And
You
Yeah,
guys
like-
at this point have been walking for 8 hours. You are tired.
I have been riding an axe beak for
Yeah,
8
fine.
hours. I'm
Granted,
fine.
there is that. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Linus got
I think
like his
it's
feet
time
up on the Axe Beak's head.
Don't worry, it's 6 days without sleep and we die.
Well, no, I mean 5 days, and we
5 days
we
of-
dropped to 0 movement. We can't
Yeah.
move.
Exactly. But we're still alive.
We just gradually freeze to death.
So, yeah. I think we'll have to tiny hat it. I think you're right, Triss.
Fine. I suggest the same thing to these two because Ashe knows this is not going to end well either way.
I'd rather not kill people. Ash,
Yeah, but-
your first thing you think of every time is kill people.
Explain to me why the logic is bad, though. We just need to outlast these people.
Because they're people.
They're illusions, according to you.
They're not illusions. Are you deaf? I already said to you in the first trial that this is real.
Hey, Linus, maybe you can ask that the professor if we're if these are illusionary people or if they're real, and also maybe where we are and where we're walking to.
And how
At the same time, I'm going to talk to this guy and be like, "Oh, guy, how long have you been walking for already?"
We were at a couple of hours before you came. But now, with this blizzard as bad as it is, if we stop, we will die.
So you've done this for a couple of hours. You said that others have, other Frostmaiden people have turned up and.
Others have come before, yes.
So you've done this trek before.
We have done treks like this. She seems to send people when we were at our most difficult points.
What happened to those people?
Some died. Some made it to our camps.
And then did they disappear? Or did they just...
They disappeared.
And did they rest on the journey?
He nods his head.
Okay.
We will be dead if we stop. We have to move.
But if this is the thing, see, if we lose track of where these guys are, how the hell will we know how to get to their village?
Linus will go. What's the name of your village you're going to?
Yeah, fair enough. He says, this is the Elk Tribe's second camp. Down in the Westfall.
Thank you. Linus will pull out Professor Orb and say, could you direct us from here to there?
Hey Google.
Yeah.
Hey Google.
Can you direct me to...
Absolutely not. He can't give you that. He can't give you the direction.
He can't do that.
No. He can tell you where you are now, and he could tell you where that was and what a direction would be, but he wouldn't be able to tell you the exact point where it was.
If we could ensure the safety of one of your men who know the direction, would they be able to stay with us and take rests?
Sure, if you're not going to push on, but it sounds like suicide.
I think we'll be okay.
We'll just grab this guy here. He looks like a nice guy.
He looks around and says, "You're going to stop in the cold right now? How are you going to die?"
We have our ways. She looks at Linus and winks.
With predigitate a sparkly line, just like.
Fair enough. So you guys, you guys are setting up to take the tent to the hut and stop while
Linus
the rest move on.
will double check that the guy that we have taken knows the way.
100%. Yeah, he definitely says yes. He definitely knows the way.
Cool. Yeah. Let's.
Darvin's gonna say, as much as I do want to stop with you guys, I can't fail another one of these. I'll die.
Yeah, but if you have a rest, you won't die.
Who knows if that's gonna happen? Maybe as soon as we stop and pull up the dome, maybe it'll think that we're cheating, like we did with the jug. I don't know about you. I'm gonna keep walking.
Don't
keep to freeze.
Darvin will all die if we have to keep walking. We have to take the chance of survival in this way.
Maybe
you can't recover if you don't rest, Darvin, which means that at any point, I would imagine if one of us fails this test, then we'll all fail anyway. So regardless, it'll mean the same thing will happen outside.
Then we should.
The delightful
double down, take a rest.
I just don't think it's the right call. As soon as we did the thing that solved the problem that wasn't the way it wanted us to, we got whisked back to that room.
And Trish is going to just really whisper into Linus's ear to prestidigitate the tiny trinket of a double-headed coin, and then go to Darwin and just look, let's put it up to fate, okay? Let's take a coin, let's flip it. It heads, we'll stay here. Tails, we'll go.
No. I think
at least let me try and persuade you. Fuck.
Linus, I don't think you should stay. I'm worried about you. I'll carry you if you want me to. But I think we gotta keep going with them.
Darvin, I hate to say it, but you're gonna die if you keep going. You should probably stay.
I'm gonna die if we don't, but...
Yeah, but we have more of a chance
keep
of surviving.
Walking for 7 days. You can't. It's impossible.
Darvin,
Maybe it's a question of not us lasting the entire time. Maybe we just gotta last longer than them.
Juniper won't survive with the amount that she slept.
Yeah.
Then I'll carry her.
No, she'll die. It doesn't matter if you carry her.
Die, Darvin.
She can't sleep whilst you carry her.
Then you stop. I'm keeping going.
Conrad isn't attached to this character. He wants him.
Now, Darvin flash froze. This is almost what happened to Leandra. And he did not enjoy it. So anything that goes against what he thinks the idea is supposed to be here, he's going to be very, very, very worried about trying, which is why he absolutely needs to walk.
But you've also got to take into consideration that the views of the party, Darvin. We're all saying to do this. It's a trial. It's one failure done. It's not like, oh, you can pass and we can't. If we stop now, which is what we intend to do, because I'm not being funny, Juniper seriously needs a rest. If she doesn't, she will die. And if we carry on, that's going to be on you, not us, because we want to stop.
Okay then, guys, what happens?
If he wants to keep going, he should. I think
we can't take the risk. Like he's going to carry on, and we can't catch up to him. We can't catch up to him to stop to let him rest further on.
Darvin lowers his head.
I gave you so many compliments, Darvin.
And he stops and he comes back over to the group, and he just says, "Fine." But he takes off his ring, and he gives it to Linus, and he says,
"Come here, come to me.
If I die, just take care of this for me." And then he sits down and he waits for the hut, because he absolutely...
She's going to come over to you. She's going to pull out some ointment, and she's going to rub it just on your chest, and she's going to cast Cure Wounds on you at level 2. Okay? Does that make you feel better?
I mean, let me see the number. Well, I mean, we'll see. I still think it's the wrong...
I won't let you outright die. I can do this. If you fall, I'll get you back up.
Juniper is also going to wizard up 20 good berries and try to give them to Darvin. Here, these taste really good. I think you'll like them.
All 20.
All 20 of them.
Darvin eats
smoothie, Darvin.
Darvin eats one, and he's like, "Oh, these are really good. I'm so full now, though."
I just imagine Juniper just shoveling them in Darvin's mouth, like, "No, eat them, eat them."
Keep eating.
Yeah, so Darvin agrees to stop. He doesn't like the odds of it, but
it's a tough call, Darvin. But I mean, we gotta decide as a group. We can't go splitting up. It's not happened very well for me in the past.
Listen, fine, okay, you did it. You convinced me. I'm stopping.
Linus, do you let the guy in as well into the hut for this period?
Yeah, I'm not gonna make him stay out.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh my god, this is amazing. I've been so cold for so long." But yeah, he seems very.
Chris is just gonna give Darvin
cushy.
a big hug as well. Be like, "Thank you, thank you for listening to us."
As you're sitting in the dome and watching out, you watch as the others trudge on into the snows until they are just on the horizon, as well, almost like blink. It's at that point that the snows pick up around you. Your vision will disappear and you will reappear.
Fuck!
Shit.
Linus, I don't blame you. Linus is
I used lay on hands before we got in the dome.
Fair enough. Yeah, you can definitely do
the winds
that.
pick up. You're like, "Shit!"
Yeah.
As you appear in the space, you will take.
How many points were you at, Darvin?
Darvin is at 38.
With the 20 good berry things?
I didn't know it was good berries. I was hanging on to them. I said I ate one.
Oh, god damn it. Okay.
And Linus is at 22.
Okay, so I need you all to make me a dexterity saving throw, please. Oh, no, sorry, not dexterity. It should be constitution. Sorry, apologies.
Oh, no. That's worse.
Against the cold, sorry.
That's good because I rolled really poorly for that, but I don't have advantage on Constitution.
I've lost connection to.
Hey,
game.
DC
Now look at this.
15.
Oh.
24.
So yes, so anyone that failed will be taking 41 points of cold damage.
I don't think anyone failed, did they?
And those that didn't will halve the number as all this is going on.
How much, sorry?
Half of 41, so 20.
Oh my god, I want 2 HP. I want 2 HP.
Hold on, I need to do it.
Oh, I'm so ill.
If you not healed me, I would be dead.
Yeah, there you go. You're still alive. Yeah. Stay with me.
Just is like, see, we're in it together.
You look at Linus and he's literally just like a bicycle.
I am so
Linus,
sick.
you don't look so good.
Cold.
I'm not meant for this kind of thing.
It's like, I'm not as freezing. Yeah.
I'm built for libraries.
This is the most unpleasant, library you've not been to, yes. But you're still all alive as you make your way out.
Oh, so much blood.
Fuck me.
Okay, so we passed 2 and failed 2. Okay, I think that's 50% is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Open. Oh no!
As you open the door, Ash, you do not get
I didn't
You would just close the door again.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's acting really slow for some reason.
No, don't worry about it. As you guys open the door, you are shown the striking visage of a semi-druid-looking frosty,
it's the Frostmaiden.
kind
Frosty
of
maiden.
You'd say druidy type person on the other side of the door, and
Juniper?
Juniper's mom.
she looks at you all and says, "This place is not for you." And yes, we will be rolling into initiative next time.
Oh god.
What?
Oh.
No way.
Oh yes, way.
James, let us do it now.
I can't let you know now. It's too much.
I just want to
It's too
know whether
much.
or not I need to make a new character for next session.
No. You got a whole fight to live through first of all.
On 2.
Mm-hmm.
On 2.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Well, you're a wizard. Just stay back.
Oh,
yeah,
well,
yeah,
what
well
a
done.
Linus.
Well, you kind of two you did well. Two you not so much.
We were too smart for the other 2.